gotta get my orange thing ready. There we go. Okay, now
All
we're
right,
good.
we're live. Welcome everyone to the hangout after the hangout. After we hung out all weekend in Chicago, welcome to the Be the Change Team Tuesday night hangout, and glad to be here with you. It's been one heck of a ride, and tonight we're gonna share some stories and share some lessons and things that happened at the Chicago event. A lot of you who have gone know exactly what I'm talking about and how cool it is and how cool it was, and we all had a great time there. And we had about a team from Be the Change team of about 60 people on the event, or at the event, and just an amazing time, a time that everybody was able to really get to know each other and understand what this team's really about. And, we've got a lot of video footage from the event, especially in our team breakout room, where we had 60 people, where we had a lot of fun, told a lot of stories, told a lot of testimonials, a lot of social proof, talked about a lot of the things that are going on, a lot of the things we're doing, a lot of the places we're heading, a lot of the things we're going to have going on. And so right now I'm here to my, I think I'll get this, to everybody's left is going to be Amy Starr Allen. And to everybody's right is going to be Jordan Schultz.
So you got that right.
I think we got that right.
And I got to point this way for both of you. Just still confusing the heck out of me.
I'm not pointing. I'm not even going to attempt it.
and are you still confused even though you're not pointing?
Yeah, I have a headache.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
I've been sledding though all night, so maybe that's why I have a headache.
Yes. I don't know if I want to ask what that means, but
sliding down a hill on a sled in the snow with kids. Yeah.
Now I know what that means. I've been doing the Boston Bronco all night. My nephew and niece cannot grasp. Wow, I can't even say that word. They can't grasp bucking bronco because I'm the bull. They ride the bull in the mattress in the living room, so and they try to stay on me, and they keep saying, "Let's do the Boston Bronco." So I've been busy doing the Boston Bronco a lot, and that's been my workout for the past day and a half is the Boston Bronco. Oh God, funny thing about those two. I know not everyone on here is on my email list and what have you, and it was pretty funny last night. Getting out of Chicago, my family lives up in Milwaukee, so rather than going back to Colorado, because I have the freedom, I just decided to come up to Milwaukee, and I'm hanging out with my family for an open-ended ticket right now. And so I'm at my brother's house, and my nephew and niece, two cute little things. I think one's 4, one's 5, and yesterday we picked them up from preschool and from kindergarten, and we went back to my dad's house and hung out there for a little bit. While we were there, I had a new member coaching call with. God, I feel terrible. I cannot think of her name right now. It's blanking on me at the exact moment. But I had a new member coaching call for about 15 or 20 minutes. And they were like so anxious while I was on the phone. I said, we'll play games in a minute, but I'm on the phone right now on business. And so later on that night, we were back here at my brother's house, and after dinner, we laid down, watched a movie. I fell asleep for a little bit. Then we got up and we were playing games, and we were dancing, and we were doing the Boston Bronco, and having a good time. And they wanted to pick out a new game, and I said, well, I got to get on the Empower Hour call because it starts in 5 minutes, and I can't be late because these spots fill up every week. And they said, what kind of call is that? I said, it's a business call. They said, you did business already today. You got to play more. So the thing that I think is so cool about that is, as a kid, they look at playtime and that's all they want. That's all there's time for. That's all they need to do is just play and have fun all the time. Work less and play more, right? Kids hate doing work. So I kind of like that theme here. I think we should all work less and play more, right, Amy?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you make the big money. But at the same time, we talk a lot about working less and playing a whole lot more here. At the same exact time, when you're just getting started here in our team or in Empower Network and just starting to build your business online, or you've been building for a while but you never really made money and you really decided that you're just going to start getting going now. Maybe you just came down to Chicago and had a massive breakthrough and you decide you're about to get into massive action mode. You got to work hard for a little while. You got to really get momentum going. And the cool thing about what we do here at Empower is once you get that momentum going, you do very minimal work after that. You do very minimal work after that to keep things going, and not just keep things going, but actually increase your income with a whole lot less work. Now, as we're starting this call out here, I want to draw attention to that income link down at the bottom of the screen. It says income disclosure, or earnings disclosure, or something along those lines. But you can click on that link and you can view the full earning disclosure in Empower Network, because what we all know here is that you will earn what you're worth. You will earn what kind of work you put in, and the effort is entirely up to you. You may not make any money at all, so we just want to draw attention to that at the beginning. But the cool thing is when you do start making money here, it becomes a whole lot easier to make a whole lot more money with a whole lot less work, and that's really the beautiful thing. So, man, I don't know where we want to go from here, guys. You let me know when we were going to do some recognition or whatever you guys want to say.
Yeah, well, I think for one, we have a lot of people who have already bought their tickets for the next event. Mm-hmm. I had, I think, 11 buy them right in Chicago, and a couple more today, and I think we should recognize every single person that has their ticket. And,
I'm looking at my ticket screen as we speak.
Okay, I'm going to pull mine up. So you go for it, Jordan.
Cool. So, the really cool thing that you guys are going to find here is getting to live events is the key. It's the glue. And what you're going to hear tonight on the call here, on the hangout here, you're going to hear from people who were at that event, the breakthroughs they had, the shifts that they had. You're going to hear from Amy, Chris, and I, and Thomas, the shifts that we had, because I had some massive shifts this week, and Amy definitely had some massive shifts this week, and I know that for sure. And Chris as well. We all had some massive breakthroughs, but you're going to hear from a lot of other people who now realize that what we have here is special. What we have here is family, and it's great to get together every 90 days. And that's the beautiful thing here is we get together every 90 days. And, the next event is really exciting because, and I don't know if we're going to be talking about what special we got going on there tonight. I'm not sure if we're going to announce that tonight, or, we might announce it next week, one way or the other. So you want to be here all the time. But getting to live events is the glue to your business, is what is going to take you and take your business to the next level. Literally, all the people I know that continuously get to these events and Empower, I see it from just watching other people and what happens to them in their business. Not only do they have massive breakthroughs in their personal life, but in business, they tend to, double or triple their income over that 90-day period. And it's absolutely amazing to watch. So congratulations to Perek Venetier. He grabbed his ticket. Tom Sliertzer, Amy Star Allen, of course, has hers. Tristram Lodge got his next ticket, and I believe he bought one for his wife as well. I'm not 100% sure. That's awesome stuff. Ray Wateska, Craig Waters, Mary Lou Lennon, Ken Montoya, Pete Pritchard, Lee Chandler, and Natasha Navas. So really cool stuff. And the cool thing I want to recognize here is both Lee Chandler and Natasha are brand new. They've only been in for about a week. So it's cool to see that they've committed to getting to the very next event. And it's just absolutely awesome that I know when you get there, things are absolutely going to shift for you. So congratulations to those 11 of you. And let's really make this a special event here and a big breakthrough down in Denver, man.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, we have 192 people on the Hangout. We're going to break out the 200 tonight.
Yeah, we got to go. What do we usually tell people to do? Take that link right up above there, and when you put your Empower Network username on the end where it says whatever username after the equal sign, when you put your username there and paste that link into Facebook, and you invite people here, when they click that button down below to get started right now and join, then they're going to be joining your team, meaning you're going to make money. So if you haven't started yet and you want to start inviting people here, go ahead and click that button down below. You're going to create a username on the next page, and then you can start inviting people here like right away. You can start making money with us tonight. So go ahead and do that right now, and we'll continue announcing all this awesome stuff. Chris and Amy, whichever one of you is next, man.
Go ahead, Amy.
All right. So I've got 13 people on my team so far. What?
Oh, I'm talking to my brother. Sorry, we're trying to figure out how we can both hear it without having the echo.
Hi, Brandon.
Amy says hi.
All right, so congratulations. These are all my Denver event people. Shireen Singleton, Kinsley Wood, my good friend Kim, who actually lives in Denver and hasn't been to an event yet, so that's going to be awesome. He just bought his ticket today.
Is that causing an echo, guys?
Yeah.
That's causing an echo?
I think so. Did you hear that, Chris?
Yep.
Let me get up. I'll figure it out, guys. I'm sorry.
All right. Thea Litzios, Pam McCoy, and hopefully, I can't tell in my back office, but Pam, I'm assuming your awesome husband Tim is coming. I just love that guy. He's going to be my bodyguard at the next event too, so he better be there. Megan Patterson, woohoo! Karen Shuby, David Hawksworth, Krista Puzar, Dorothy Francois, Glenn Betts, Laura Shaw, Juan Nicasio, and Carol Phillips. And you know what? Like most of these people, 11 of these people were at the event and bought their tickets there. So what that says to me, at least, is that once you're at an event, you realize the importance of being at all of the events, right? I mean, like nobody questioned whether or not they should buy their ticket. They just bought their tickets because, well, first of all, when you go to an event, you get to buy tickets at a big discount just for being there, which is awesome. But you also get the importance of being at the events. I mean, you'll hear more from these people tonight about what happened for them at this event. But this is life-changing stuff. And when we walked in the room, Chris and I were down in the lower level. We walked into the room, and I just looked at Chris and I said, "Holy shit!" Remember, Chris? The stage was like up in flames. Dave and Dave were wearing suits, like dressed up like I can't even think what the hell's his name that they were trying to look like. Anyway, it was like they just keep outdoing themselves every time. And so walking into that place this time, I was just like, I just couldn't even believe it. And the whole weekend was like that, like everything about it. So anyway, congratulations to all of you that have your tickets. You're going to be, once again, transformed. And for Kim and Glenn, who just bought their tickets today and were not in Chicago, you guys are in for a big, big, big treat for your first event in Denver. So I'm really excited for all of you. Over to you, Chris.
All right. Man, how crazy was this event? Wow. So, quick rundown. Obviously, Jordan, you've got your ticket. I'm looking at my back office here. The first one that
Damn
shows
right.
up. Yep. And we got Adam Chandler already bought his. So
yeah, baby.
It's about time, Adam, if you're here.
And Landon, we'll bring him on here in a minute. And yes, Landon, of course, got his ticket. Ray Allen, you all who were at the event saw Ray, and he bought his ticket. He's all in and ready to go. And congrats for upgrading, by the way. He went all in. And James Starr got his ticket.
That's my dad. There's going to be 2 James Starrs there because I bought a ticket for my dad.
That's hilarious.
I know.
That's awesome. We should start making the James Starr team, see if we can recruit any other people named James Starr. Do like a PPC campaign on Facebook for only people that are named James Starr. See how many of them we can sponsor. And then Tashina got hers, and then Michelle Russo got hers. I see this back here, so right on. Michelle's going to see us at the next event in Denver as well. She didn't make it to this event, but she literally just joined a couple weeks ago, and just got set, getting going. So congrats, Michelle, and we'll see you there. And so, yeah, and also a big shout out to Katie. A lot of you who were at the event met Katie Hedrick, and she went all in while she was at the event. So wanted to just a quick shout out. She upgraded to the master's course, and right before that, Ray did, and Renita did as well. So
And we've already got with between what we've put up, just personally, and I know other team members, we've already got more people that are coming to Denver, Chicago already.
Yeah, and the tickets are more than halfway sold out, you guys. So they're selling really fast. So get your ticket, because I don't know how many people this theater holds, but it's not that many more than what we just had at this event, is it, Chris?
Well, all I know is Dave Sharp told me when I was chatting with him at the All In event. He said that the event in Denver is going to make Chicago look like a wussy. So, that's all I know.
So
and no one knows too.
It's at Belco Theater, and Belco Theater has a seating capacity that is essentially the exact same as Chicago did, as the Rosemont Theater. So 5,000 there. However, we've got, sorry about that, I'm adjusting
an overflow room with videos or something.
We do. Now they didn't tell me where, but it looks like we're going to be having an overflow room, and I don't know if it's going to be close or not, but we'll have monitors, PA, all sound equipment, all the same as if they were right there. And then I guess they're, the speakers and all will be going back and forth between each place.
So here's the thing: you want to have at least a red lanyard at the next event to ensure that you got a good seat. So just have that be a goal. $199.
FYI.
Yeah, I sent out my email late, so everyone's getting on right now from my reminder email. So we'll definitely break 200 here in just a moment, probably.
And I can't even take a Jing. My Jing account is maxed out, so I have to upgrade it so I can take more Jing pictures.
That happened to me just a little bit ago too.
Get Snagit, Amy. That's a better version of Jing.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of expensive. I think it costs like $15 or so, but
Thought it was like 50.
Well, either way.
Yeah. But at any rate, so yeah, this
we
event was
200. This is
awesome
moment in history.
So, and actually, my brother Brandon's sitting right here, so that we're at the 201 right now because he's not actually logged on his computer, but he's watching.
203 on my screen.
So
very cool.
Super cool stuff. So aside from make some noise down below if you guys are going to be at the line. If you've already gotten tickets, and obviously we can't see people other than in our personal teams who are going to be there, but make some noise if you're going to be there. And I promise you, by the end of tonight's call, you're going to understand exactly why you want to be at live events and really just how powerful they are. With that being said, do we want to do the recognition on? Do the other recognition and then kind of get into what we're going to do here tonight, guys?
Yeah, let's go right for it. Whoever wants to start, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't even have mine. I haven't been able to do it just with everything that's been going on, so I don't even know.
I actually organized a list this week. I feel pretty good about pretty good about remembering to do this. And I want to recognize first off Dan Walsh, one of Dan Walsh's team members. He just upgraded to Costa Rica today. Which is really cool because not only is he going to be able to earn $500 commissions, but Andy Vitalica, he also got plugged into that Facebook training that we're giving away to people who upgrade to the Costa Rica level until the end of April. That's a course that we some training that we had previously only put in for people who were all in, but until the end of April again, for those of you that decide to upgrade before the end of April, you're going to get access to that Facebook PPC training course. That one of the top, I believe he's one of the top recruiters in our team right now, Landon Stewart. He's put 23 days using that strategy that we teach right there. And he's well on track to, I'll let him share where he's well on track to. He's well on track to having the best month of his life, thanks to his mindset shifts and using that strategy as well. But more importantly, the mindset shift and the strategy, though. So that being said, that's anyone else while we're doing this recognition here, if your team members upgraded this past week, go ahead and make some announcements in the comment stream down below because we'd love to hear it. We'd love to announce them. And I know, Chris, you can Ray Allen's one of Ray Allen's guys did. So
yeah,
I know there's some. Don Cope went all in this weekend, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
That's awesome, man. I remember that, Don. Congratulations, my friend. And so, okay, let me just go through my list real quick, and again, make some comments down below, folks. Marion, I always switch these two letters, so I'm not sure if I spelled it out right here. For some reason, I switched the two letters around, and I apologize. It's either Marion Sulamowski or Sumilowski, and I forget which way it goes just here looking at my paper. But she just joined in the past. I think she joined about, 7-8 days ago, and the only reason she wasn't in Chicago is because they were taking her daughter up to Wisconsin Dells for her birthday this weekend, which was already planned. So spending time with family, with the daughter, way more important than getting to a live event, obviously, when it's her birthday. But with that being said, she upgraded to the Inner Circle and the Costa Rica Intensive right away. So congratulations, Marion. That's awesome. Pete Pritchard, he just grabbed the Costa Rica Intensive. They just both grabbed the Costa Rica Intensive today. Natasha Navas from Puerto Rico, she upgraded to the Inner Circle. She's been in the team about less than 2 weeks. Lee Chandler, he upgraded to the Inner Circle, and he just joined not too long ago as well. And then Mark Stubbins, he just started today, like a few hours ago, and he already went to the Inner Circle and the Costa Rica, and he was chatting with me about the formula as he was running out the door to pick up his wife and take her to dinner. So I hadn't gotten back to him yet. I have a feeling he's going to be jumping up to that level really soon. So, really cool stuff. Congratulations to all of you. I just want to say the Inner Circle, in my opinion, is going to cause a mindset shift in your life. It's going to cause you to think differently. It's going to cause you to start processing the world differently, the way that you think, the way that your emotions are, and it's just absolutely amazing stuff for mindset training. And the Costa Rica Intensive is next level marketing training. So congratulations for plugging into that. Aside from that, the $100 residual commissions are phenomenal, and the $500 commissions are absolutely amazing. So congratulations, folks.
Yep. Hey, do we want to talk about? I know we want to talk about it. I don't know when on this hangout we made a big announcement to the people that were at the event that we're going to share with everybody else tonight. Do we want to do that now, or do we want to wait?
I think we should wait a little bit. I think we should make them wait, because it's a pretty juicy announcement, and those of you that were there and heard the announcement, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Without saying what it is, it's a pretty cool announcement that we made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
I just
leave it at that.
Very cool. Dave Duragu, he just joined today. He just got started today. Congratulations. Welcome to the team, man. That's awesome. Like I said, one of the coolest things about what we're doing here as a team is our team was growing by 10% a week before the event. And my prediction is that coming out of this event, our team's going to start growing by 20% a week. I've never seen growth like this in anything I've been involved in before, and it's not just because of, I promise you, it's not because of the amount of people that myself, Chris, and Amy sponsors, because personally I don't sponsor, I don't sponsor a ton of people, but what we do is we help our team members duplicate, we help our team members start sponsoring people, and the duplication, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels down is what's causing this team to grow so damn fast, and it's just so exciting. So my prediction is we're going to start growing by 20% a week starting this week, and if each and every one of you on the team out there that is going to make that happen. So get up, get started, get produced, and get pumped up for what you're about to learn here tonight, and just make a decision. Literally, it's as simple as you. I remember back in December, Chris actually called me from Costa Rica with Dave Wood. And at that point in time, I had just come back to Empower Network, and I was only back for about 3 weeks. And I was literally struggling to sponsor people. I was not just sponsor people, but sell the $25 blog package. I was struggling to make $25 sales. And Dave Wood looked me in the eye and he said, "Jordan, do you realize that as soon as you decide you can sell 2 $25 blogs in a day, as soon as you decide?" And when he said that to me, I was like, "You're right, man." It finally clicked with me that it was just a simple decision for me to just start doing whatever it took to make that happen. And literally like 4 or 5 days later, I sold 4 blogs in a single day. And so what I want to say to each and every one of you out there is you're one decision away. That decision takes an instant. But it's not just as simple as that decision that you make. You actually got to take the action steps after the decision. So make the decision, start taking the action that's necessary, and whatever that is, it's going to be entirely up to you. We can't tell you specifically what that action steps are because it's different for every single person. It's different for me. It's different for Amy. It's different for Chris. It's going to be different for my brother Brandon here. It's different for Juan. It's different for Landon. It's different for everyone. Whatever that is, though, it's going to be right for you, and when you decide to start making it happen, things are going to start happening for you. One of the best ways I know is literally if you're not yet, plug into the Inner Circle, and I've got a few favorite audios in there, but what I would recommend is seeing if there's one of the one of the people in there, one of the leaders in the Inner Circles that you really know already that you resonate with. Maybe you've heard them on a Monday night call before. Maybe you know them very well. Maybe you like their personality or what have you. Find a training by that specific person and just listen to it literally for like 3 weeks in a row. That's Landon. Did you meet Landon? There's
Where
my brother.
Stealing, Jordan?
My brother Brandon's right here. And some of you met him this weekend. We were hanging out. So
Hi, Brandon.
How are you?
The bottom line is plugging into that Inner Circle and really just listening daily, giving your brain that cleansing is what's going to allow you to shift and go from, maybe being brand new or maybe being in for a while and struggling to produce results to all of a sudden like a light switch flipped. And you're just going to be able to start producing more and more results than you've ever produced before in your life. And you're going to be one of the people that's helping this team grow by 20% a week. So congratulations for making that decision right now. And with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Chris, Amy, Landon, whatever.
Yeah, real quick, Kate Thomas, check your email. Sent you an email. And so with that, I'm going to just hand it on over to Landon and go for it, Landon.
All right, I'll do my the recognition stuff real quick.
Hey, what are you fighting there, Landon, on your shirt, buddy?
Fighting
The forces of evil. What
Hell
do you
yeah,
think,
buddy.
Jordan?
I mean, that's what I figured, but I just wanted to hear it.
Jordan, if you would have come to the first couple events, you would have seen the shirt.
Oh man!
Remember, Amy, I did it for you. I ditched you as your mentor for your own sake, so you could grow into the amazing marketer that you are now and the team builder without my help at all. And prove it to me. Here's the amazing thing about Amy. She went from making less than $2,000 a month and struggling to do that after 9 years to literally within 10 months having over a $10,000 month without my help. And trust me, without my help at all, I fucking left her high and dry and left her to fend for herself. And the bottom line is that what I realized in that instance is the fact that anyone can simply plug into the Empower Network, plug into the training inside the Empower Network, follow the 8 core commitments on a daily basis, some of them, every 90 days, getting to live events every 90 days. That's one of the 8 core commitments. You can just follow those 8 core commitments and you can have massive success as soon as you decide. So you don't need to have the best mentor or whatever, but the cool thing about what we do here, we've got this amazing team that when you plug in with us, you get a few bonuses. You get a few little extra stuff that we do here, like this weekly hangout and whatnot. So did you just text me, Amy?
No.
I just got a text from you like 4 seconds ago.
You did? Well, I don't know. I don't even know where my phone is. Or how to work it, for that matter.
All right. Sorry, Landon.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm just going to do like a little bit of... Which my voice still isn't back. Is anyone else's voice like still partly gone? I still can't talk. And I haven't done anything. I've been laying in bed all day. Still can't talk. But here's kind of the people that got the Costa Rica over the last couple of days. Donovan Graham, if you're watching, that's awesome. Willie James, Steven Brello, who actually got it tonight. And then Misty and Aaron, you guys both got it over the weekend, which they were at the event, and they actually got all in. They got the 500, the 1,000, and they bought the Masters too. They got all in, which is just awesome. And then I had some 15K formula peeps. I'll get you guys as well real quick. Which my team is just awesome. They're awesome people. Willie also bought the 15K, which that passed up to Chris. So I made Chris $1,000 there. You're welcome, bro. And
I didn't even see that notification yet.
Yeah,
the emails are kind of messed up, man.
Yeah, I saw the pass-ups I saw Misty passed up on the Costa Rica. I was going to recognize her. So
Yeah, you actually, I gave you that 500, and then I also gave you 1,000.
That's so kind of you, Landon. You're so nice with just giving Chris this money, dude.
I just ask for this money. I don't do anything, and then money just floats to Chris. So,
yeah. Oh, man.
That
Pretty sure Chris was laying in bed, too, while that happened. I think Chris was
Probably.
like laying in bed taking a nap while...
Probably just doing something fun, making money.
Well, I mean, his back might still be hurting from when he ran into that tree last week, so he might be afraid to snowboard for a minute.
Did you guys get that video?
We got the video.
Oh man, I might need to get that soon.
I told Tim if he makes that thing public, he is fired.
But for the 15th time in a day?
Like 3 times a day, so.
Yeah.
That's funny, though.
So, Thomas, how are you, bud?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I didn't have time to say goodbye to you guys. I almost missed my flight on Sunday.
And then it was delayed.
And then I was stuck 7 hours at the airport.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
I could have finished the event without going to
That's what I was thinking when I heard that. I was like, he could have just stayed.
I know.
It was pretty badass at the all-in meeting, man. I'll just have you know.
Yeah.
It was pretty badass. Yep. Yep.
Jordan, it was badass.
I got to touch David Wood's ass, and my left hand is still tingling.
Wow.
I got the magical powers.
That is the secret. You got to touch Dave and Dave's ass every time you see him, and when you do that, your income triples within 90 days. It's just amazing how that works. So,
Which Jordan, he actually did grab it on stage.
Yeah,
Thomas,
man.
any quick recognition?
No. I came close to licking his ass, but I did not lick it.
That's fantastic.
I don't care about those magical powers enough for that to happen.
Thomas, do you have? How do you even move on from that?
Yeah.
No, I don't have any recognition this time. I'm sorry.
I'm seeing in my back office, I got a bunch of pass-ups that I didn't even know I had because I never got an email about them. So I don't even know who they're from because I don't know this username. But somebody's signing a bunch of people up on my team. So congratulations, whoever that is.
See, that's the kind of thing that happens in this business.
You
just every once in a while, you get someone that comes in and they just get it right away, and they don't waste any time, and they just start throwing people in the deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. Really awesome. I've got that picture. Of
Jordan licking David's ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got it.
What? Did you just say licking?
There it is.
I was actually.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Do you know what's funnier about that picture than me sticking my tongue out, Thomas? Is that Dave Wood is wearing pants. He's wearing fucking jeans.
Yeah, that was the crazy part. He never does that. That was actually freaked me out.
That's really why we took the picture, was to show the jeans. It had nothing to do with,
your tongue.
Right.
Yeah.
So, obviously there's some things you can get by going to the event that you just can't get any other way. Like being able to
can't lick David Wood's ass on a hangout.
Can't do that.
That's awesome. Ken Montoya just posted. I didn't even see this, Ken, but Ken just he just passed up a basic sale to me, and he just got his first inner circle. So, hey, man, congratulations on that, Ken. You deserve it, man, and your family deserves it, my friend, and I cannot wait to see you down. Well, we might even see you before that. We might have something really cool going on in the Boulder area before that, so we'll definitely let you know. But, man, that's so exciting, dude. I'm pumped for you. That's awesome.
That's so cool. That just really is.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Hey, it's Juan that's passing all these people up.
You're damn
Juan.
right he is, man.
I'm
He
sure
got
we
7 leads
I
today.
gotta stay in the same room as Juan. He is awesome.
He's a
Told
badass.
you guys. Me and Jordan, we were having this conversation today. We were just talking about a few people in the team and some of our experiences at the event, which is why some of us seem a little, you know, lower key tonight, and our voices are, you know, half gone and such, because, you know, a lot of us just went nonstop throughout the weekend, you know, really hard, doing everything we could, making a bunch of noise, screaming and cheering, and being with the team and hanging out, and so that was crazy. And one of the things that happened here, and we're going to bring him on as well, but, you know, I was telling Jordan, I said, you know, that there's some people in the team that are just absolutely, you know, just not just going to start taking off, but they're going to explode. And I happen to know after I did some processes. I actually did a Psych balance with Juan, and I'll let I'll let him tell his story if he likes and what he got and what he learned, but I don't want to steal his thunder. But I said, you know, he's not just going to take off. That kid's going to explode. He's going to explode. And so, sure enough, there you go. You know, there's the proof right there. I didn't know that. You know, I didn't see any of the pass-ups. Amy didn't tell me that, you know, he started passing people up. But I knew as soon as he got out of this thing that he'd go back and he'd turn it on, because now he's shifted a few things in his mind, and he's gotten to a space where it's easy, and he's got belief. His life is never going to be the same, which is awesome. But I won't tell any more of his story because I'll let him tell it. So with that. You know, but before we start bringing out people here, you know, I just want to check in real quick. You know, Thomas, what's your, just after being at this event, you know, got a chance to finally hang out with us. We all got to hang out as a group. You know, what did you take away from the event? What did you like about it the most? What did you learn?
Well, first of all, what I like the most is our team. I mean, you guys are absolutely outstanding. Not just you guys as the leaders, but also the rest of the group. I think I have talked to each and every team member who went to Chicago, and what amazing stories each and every one of you have. And for that, you know, I love you all, guys. But what I took away from Chicago, now let me put it this way. When I went to Chicago, in my mind, I thought I would approach this event like a marketer. You know, I would go in and shoot a lot of videos. I would interview a lot of leaders within the community of Empower. And after the first 2 hours of the event, I realized that this event is meant for me personally, you know, and I knew that I had to take that event for my own therapy, so to speak, you know. And for the whole weekend, I just had one speaker after the next speaker just go right into my mind and do a huge shift in my mindset, because that's what I needed, you know. And coming out of the event, and when I was sitting at the airport after I left, I mean, I was talking to Jordan for a little bit, and I realized that this event has changed me in all kinds of ways, not just personally, but professionally as well. And since Monday, basically, I have been pounding the pavement and just doing my new thing, you know. Forget about the old, start with the new. And I can't wait to share the stage with all of you guys in Denver. Yeah. And it's going to be super exciting. We're going to need a big flag like the Portuguese people
have. We are getting a flag like the Lazy Millionaires League, man.
Oh,
we are getting a flag, dude.
That was actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't say anything because it wasn't our team, but that was pretty cool.
You could have a picture of like the banner with Jordan laying in front of it right there.
That was probably one of the best pictures of the weekend.
I think that's one of the best pictures I've just about ever seen. You can ask Amy.
He could not stop laughing. I showed it to him while we were sitting in the event. People around were like probably so annoyed with him because he just could not stop.
I just busted a gut.
And then every time he thought about it, he'd start again.
I fell out laughing. It was so funny. I couldn't even help it. That was just so damn funny. I mean, she showed me that, and I was just like, oh my God. I was just losing it. It was so unexpected and so perfect, you know?
Well, I'm not a model, so me trying to act sexy, it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And it was like so.
I think it works.
All right. Ooh, baby.
That's what I said, our own model.
What's up, Landon? You came in twice.
What's up, Landon?
And you're muted.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. It all of a sudden just closed, and then I clicked it a few times, and everything was open. It was crazy.
Okay, I'm going to eject your other thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Cool. So, Landon, you know, this was the first time you came to the event and plugged into the team, you know, and got to hang out with all of us.
This was the craziest event I've ever been to. It was crazy. It was unlike anything I've ever done in my life. Seriously.
And how many of you were impressed? I mean, Landon got right up in the breakout room. His first time speaking
I was actually
ever.
super nervous. I don't know, and it was weird because leading up to it, I wasn't nervous at all. Then all of a sudden, I get up there and I see 50 people or whatever just looking at me, and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of nervous now. Which was strange. But it was cool. Yeah, it was crazy. So many lives were changed. I mean, it was emotional. You know, you're crying the entire time, and you're laughing and you're yelling. Never been anything like that before in my life.
Yeah.
And I've been to a lot of events for my age.
Yeah, you know, but this was just really, you know, something with our team, man. We got something special here. You know, we really do.
This is something special, man.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to you know, get your thoughts and see what you took away from the event as well, because you know every event's a little different.
Great. Yeah, because whenever I went to San Diego, it's pretty much just me. I talked to Chris for a little bit, and my teammate Aaron was there, and I had another teammate Joshua there, which Josh actually got his teammate to the next event, or his ticket to the next event. And I've gotten 6 people that are there, and I might give them some shout outs that have bought their tickets or whatever. But it's pretty much just us. And whenever you go with a team, it's a completely different atmosphere. It's a completely different culture. Because you have people to talk to and hang around the entire time that are just like you, and not to say that you can't talk to other teams and stuff. But whenever it's your team and you have that close bond, you talk to them all the time in the Facebook group. These are people that you spend a lot of time with online, and just to meet those people and lock arms. And we had 60 people there, and it's just gonna. Everything is really gonna explode now.
The way Tristram, just to let you know if you're on, but sent you the email. We want to get you out here right away as well as Krista. So yeah, you know, and Amy, I know that the event was just kind of mind blowing for you, and it's just it's kind of we do this work, and then we go to an event and it doesn't really sink in terms of how big this thing is and what we've created, and it was a really cool thing to see you stand up and talk to the team and just be there for support and be a leader, and it was awesome to see, and really inspiring, because we need more awesome women like you. We've got so many women in the team, and a lot of them are really at the point where they're starting to turn it on. And I just want to thank you personally and publicly here, because you've paved the way for a lot of women on our team to be able to start rising up as leaders. I hope to get some ladies on the leadership council here too. But I just want to ask you, was there anything you took away from the event?
Yeah, well, a lot. But the biggest thing for me was this team, the people, the people that I met on my personal team. I had, I think, 25 people that were on my personal team. So just the fact that there were that many people there, I think I had maybe 6 at the last event. So that in and of itself was amazing. But each conversation that I had moved me to tears, which, if you know me, I never cry. But I just, I can't believe some of the stuff, some of the things people told me. That just, I'm just in awe of all of you. That's really what I want to say. Laura walked up to me, and I've never met Laura before, and you might have heard me talking on the last hangout about how she owns a daycare business, and she didn't think she was going to be able to come to the event because she has this business, and she had families relying on her and all this stuff. Anyway, long story short, she figured it out. She left after work on Friday and had to leave in order to get back on time for work on Monday. She had to find a ride, so she had a friend drive her down there. And she walked up to me at the breakout. I didn't even know she was there. Like, I hadn't met her yet or anything. And she walked up to me at the end of the breakout, in the breakout room, and started talking to me, and I just started bawling. Like, what she was telling me, it was about, you know, the fact that she's a mother and what her dreams are to have more time freedom. And I just was so moved, because I'm like, you know, what you're saying to me makes me realize that I'm living my purpose. Like, the fact that you're here right now, and that, you know, and everything. And, you know, and she was thanking me, but I was just like, no, thank you, because, I mean, it's just amazing. And so I've heard so many stories like that. Danielle, who's 22 years old, wasn't supposed to be at the event. Her mother, Carol, just joined, and it was a last-minute decision for Carol to join. And then Danielle was supposed to be going out of town to see her grandmother for the weekend, and her flight got canceled because of the weather, and she was crushed. So Carol brought her to our event, and we got her a ticket, and she came to the event. And 22-year-old Danielle, who has been taking care of her mother since she was 14, Carol has MS, and Danielle she takes care of her. That's what she does. And Danielle was so blown away by this whole thing. She didn't even know what she was coming to. She just came because her other plans got canceled and her mom thought it would be good. And she's so excited about the mindset stuff. I mean, if you were at the event, you know a lot of what was talked about this weekend was about mindset. I mean, that's the bottom line here. It's not about strategies, and we say that every week on these Hangouts. But Danielle is so excited to transform her life, and she's so young, and I'm so, like, moved by that, you know, that she's got her whole life ahead of her, and what's possible now because she's here with us, you know. And it was just one conversation after another like that all weekend, to the point where I was completely overwhelmed, as you guys know. Like, it was just, you know, like, just unbelievable, just amazing. And then the other thing, I posted a quote on Facebook last night that I don't even know how it came across to me last night, but it's a Ray Charles quote. I never wanted to be famous, I just wanted to be great. And it really spoke to me, because that's what we have available here. Like, a lot of people before the Empower Network, it was, you know, what we were shown to do. We were, those of us that were trying to do attraction marketing and stuff, it was about branding ourselves. And here we don't even have to do that. We can just be great. We don't have to brand ourselves. We don't have to be famous, and we can make a huge, profound difference in the world without any of that. And so that's what was a huge takeaway for me after this weekend too, was like, look at all these people that are able to be great because of this place, including myself. And so I'm just really, really, really grateful for this whole platform. I have so much love and gratitude for David Wood and David Sharp that I can hardly even contain it. You know, it's just for what these guys have created. And I just really feel like, you know, we're all so fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. And I just love you guys so much. And Chris, right back at you. I mean, the amount of work that you did this weekend, and I mean, I know you, thank God you had Tim to help you, your assistant, but there's no way I could have done what you did this weekend. I was overwhelmed just like being present, let alone.
And Chris was so calm about it too. Like, he was so calm.
Like, I keep thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't calm.
Were you smoking pot the whole weekend, Chris? Like, were you fucking high the whole time, man? I know you don't smoke, but
if you guys want to know the truth, I was on antibiotics and painkillers all weekend for my back because I didn't get it adjusted after my snowboard accident. So that might have kept me a little calmer, but for the most part, you know, I think I did pretty good. You know, I think I held it together all right. But you know, I have to credit that to Tim. Tim, I'm gonna text him, see if he wants to hop on here real quick. Tim, as you know, he's one of those people. He just became an instant hit with everybody, and you know, he really went above and beyond what he was asked to take care of at that event, and he did it out of just feeling that he felt like things needed to be done that way for people, and people needed to be paid attention to and taken care of. Certain people had special needs and things that were happening with them that needed to be sensitive to, and he took care of it, you know, which was amazing. You know, that was not his job description. So, you know, and it made it 10 times easier for me I would have been a wreck had I not had Tim. So, yeah, I was really happy.
Walking up, to our seats and handing Chris like food.
He brought me a water bottle full of vodka up top. He went to the store and got some vodka, put it in a water bottle for me, brought me some soda bottles, and that was awesome because they weren't serving liquor at the event, and I.
Well, why should they?
Are you kidding me, Amy?
He's from Wisconsin. He has
they were serving liquor at the All In Mastermind.
And I completely appreciated that. I thought it was awesome.
He's from Wisconsin. He has an unfair advantage.
Yeah. It's exactly it. One cool thing that keeps popping into my mind, Chris, is with you having Tim there, and all of Tim's strengths with really event organizing and all the stuff that he helped pull together. It goes back to Henry Ford and what he said when he was being grilled that day in court about how stupid everyone thought he was because he didn't know, answers to math problems or, where a country was or geography or different things. And the people were trying to make him feel like an idiot. And the thing that he said, no, you're the idiot for thinking that I should have to know all that information at all times and be able to figure all these problems out on my own. He's like, I have buttons on my desk that I can push, and I can have someone come in and tell me the answer to whatever question you want, depending on what the question is. And a lot of times in our business, and I know I struggled with this for years, is we got to do everything on our own. And one of the really cool things that I find out about this team coming here and plugging in with you and Amy and Landon and Thomas and all the other people here that are really coming up as leaders is we all have different strengths. And the Empower Network alone is a strength that we literally are allowed to just tap into so that we don't have to perfect different areas of our business. We literally have to focus on a few things. And the coolest thing about what we have here with the team training site, with these hangouts, with our Facebook group, and within the Empower Network training products and mindset products that are there, we literally, all we have to do when we bring people in, like someone just posted down below, and this is a really cool answer to this, is they said, I'm brand new, and I need someone to coach me on what to do. And the bottom line is when you get started with our team here, all you have to do is plug in. All you have to do is plug into the team site, stay plugged into our Tuesday Hangouts, the Monday Night Empower Hour calls. If you're all in, get on our Wednesday night all-in calls, be at the live events, and stay up to date with what we're sending out to you through the Facebook group, through the team site. When you simply stay plugged in, and then all you have to do is plug your team members in, guess what? You get to leverage everything that's in place. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be everything. You don't have to coach your team members one-on-one personally, because that's what the whole leverage of the system here is. And that's actually what allowed me to play Boston Bronco all day with my nephew and niece and still make a shitload of fucking money today while I was not doing a whole lot of work. So, it has to do with everything we have here. That's in place is just so cool, and I just love our team and all the different strengths that we all have because we rock. We're absolutely awesome, and it's just exciting.
Yeah, the other thing that happened a lot this weekend, for those of you that don't know, and Jordan knows this, and I'm sure Chris, people were walking up to me all weekend that are already in the Empower Network telling me that they get on these Hangouts every week. So hi to all you other Empower Network people out there that aren't on our team. But I just thought that was so cool to know that, people love our Hangouts even though they're not on our team. I just... You know how many people came up to me as well and said, Jordan, what's this BTC formula? And for those of you on the team, if you don't know what the BTC formula is yet, go watch the training in the team site. You'll know exactly what the BTC formula is when you get done watching that. And the bottom line is, our team is so on fire right now. Our team is literally growing so fast and making such a wave inside of the Empower Network that other team leaders are like, what are you guys doing? And Chris, I crunched some numbers today with my upgrades.
I like numbers.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, for those, Amy, you can stop listening right now because you're going to say, Jordan, shut up. Because Amy doesn't like numbers. But this is sexy here. Now, oh my God. Okay, so from people that come in at the $25, here's the cool thing, folks. if for those of you that don't know Empower yet, we have 5 different products. And there's for those of you that are new to marketing, what happens is people buy an initial product because they want to learn how to blog and they want to make money. And then what happens is there's different levels of products that they can purchase. After that, there's an upsell process. Now, over the course of time, let me just share these numbers with you. It's absolutely amazing. From people that join at the $25 level who purchase the $25 blogging system, 52% of them, and I actually have to probably recalculate that because I just had a few more people join today and upgrade, so the number probably switched just a little bit, but 52% of them upgrade to the Inner Circle, meaning 52% of them go on to purchase the $100 a month mindset training audio programs that we have that's added to every single week. So it's an evolving product. From the 52% of people that upgrade to that level, 44% of them go on and purchase the $500 Costa Rica program, which is a one-time payment of $500. From the 44% that purchased the $500 product, 74% of those people go on to purchase the 15K formula. And from the people that purchased the 15K formula for $1,000, 43% of those go on to purchase the master's course, which is a $3,500 product and pays out a $3,000 commission. So by looking at those numbers right there, what I figured out is that for every $25 sale, for every $25 blogging person that comes into my team personally, and this is not including, and this is probably very similar numbers to team-wide because everyone does stuff the same way as I do it. You know, everyone on the team does it exactly the same. So for every $25 blogging platform that's sold, I can basically assume that I'm going to be making $567 on average from that person. That's without residuals and that's without pass-ups. So the cool thing about that, folks, the cool thing about that is what we really have here. What we really have here, and you might say, well, how does that happen? Well, here's what I do. I literally don't do anything different than every single one of you should be doing. Every single one of you in the team, and those of you who decided just to get started right now because that number sounds so sexy that you're like, I want to do that too. For those of you that, and for those of you that are in the team, the reason that it's happening for me is because I own all the products. For one, you know, that makes things different. I own all the products. Yeah, and with that being said, what I do with my team members is I tell them to go get started in the team site. I say, plug into the team site and follow the guide. Stay plugged in with what we do. Follow the 8 core commitments and Empower. Stay plugged in with our Monday night Empower Hour calls. Get on our Tuesday team hangouts. If you miss them, listen to them. Listen to the replay. Get on to our Wednesday all-in calls if you can. Stay in our Facebook group. Stay active in there. And stay plugged into what we're doing as a team. We literally write email copies for you. We put together different sales pages for you. Like everything that we do, everything that I do is everything that everyone else should be doing. You simply tell your team members just to plug in and stay plugged in. And over time, the more they're around this team, the more they stay with these Tuesday night hangouts and come to live events and really get to see that our team here is just a family and that we really do, like, we're different than anything I've ever been involved in before in my life. When your people see that, they're going to go ahead and just start upgrading and buying more and more products. So what I'm doing is no different from what everyone else is doing. And so I know those numbers are going to be very common to the entire team here if they're not already. So that's just...
If you want to give me like some crazy stuff, actually, like huge testimonial for the team, because I've been marketing, you know, for a long time before, you know, I got plugged into the team and everything. I really started plugging in pretty much like the 1st of April. And before the 1st of April, I had brought in a total of 105 people into Empower Network before then, over like the last 6 months, 8 months, however long it has been. About 105 people total. Of those 105...
Juan just got to sign up.
Awesome, Juan. Good job, Juan.
Awesome.
And of those 105 people, and this is why I was doing it on my own, basically just me. No team, no nothing. Pretty much just me, just, you know, doing whatever I could. I would send up to 105 people. Of the 105, I had 35 people get the Inner Circle. So like 30%, 33% or so. Of those, I only had 5 people get the Costa Rica. Of 105 people, doing it on my own, I had 5 people. So like 5% of like the total people got the Costa Rica. And then I think I had also 5 people get the 15K 0 people get the Masters of 105 people. So far this month, doing everything through the team, just like everyone has access to, doing everything the exact same, just like Jordan said. I've sponsored 23 people personally in the last 23 days. I've been able to get that or whatever. I sent up like 3 people today, which was cool. Not even touching my computer or anything, just because the BTC format works so well. But of the 23 people this month, I've had 9 people get the inner circle. So pretty much a higher rate. So like the rate went up from like 30% to like 40% or so. I had 9 people so far get the Costa Rica. So about 40% of the total people get the Costa Rica. Everyone that got the inner circle also got the Costa Rica. And I think I even had I had one person that didn't, but then one person also didn't get the inner circle and got the Costa Rica, which I'll have to talk to her. And I had 3 people so far get the 15K, which I know a few more people on my team are going to be getting the 15K over the next couple of days, and 1 person get the Masters. And so like my numbers went from like an average of like $150 to $200 per customer to about $500 a customer this month by just sending people through the team stuff.
And now, Landon, let's just reiterate that before this. I mean, you plugged in with the team site about a month ago?
Yeah, pretty much the beginning of this month, about 3 weeks ago.
But yeah, that's awesome, man. So the only Landon was a sponsoring machine, and his team members. What Landon was doing previous was he was spending a lot of one-on-one time with his team members. Now what he did was he started plugging his team members into the team site.
And I spent a lot of time with my teammates on the phone with stuff, and no one bought anything. Now I barely talk to my teammates. I just plug them into the team stuff, and they buy everything. And that's like a huge credit to Chris, Jordan, Amy for the way they have it set up. And so if you're thinking about buying stuff, like buy all the stuff, because whether you talk to your teammates or not, they're going to be buying all the stuff from you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So you're just missing on commissions if you don't own it.
The cool thing, Landon, and I think you know this, but for the people out there that might not know this, they say, well, if he starts spending less time with his team members personally, why would they start buying more stuff? And the reason is because if you're spending a lot of time personally with your team members on the phone, they're like, well, I don't want to fucking do that. Why would I want to build a business, but I want to live a life, and I don't want to have to spend hours every day on the phone with my team members, so I don't want to build a big team, and hence I'd rather just have my 40-hour-a-week job so that I can actually, live a life outside of there and not be stressed out all the time. Well, when you cut the phone out of your life, and I'm not saying to never ever give one-on-one support to your team members, that's really typically what live events are for, and more importantly for the people that actually earn it, the people that go out and start getting results, and then you can kind of go to them and say, okay, you're doing things, let's tweak it just a little bit and help you get more results. The thing about Empower Network that's so appealing is about creating a life and then building a business 1 to 2 hours a day. Once you get things moving, once you get that momentum going, it's about building a business on the side so that we can actually live a life, travel the world, play golf, go snowboarding if you're Chris, go mountain biking if you're me, spend time with the kids for Amy. Landon, I don't know what you love doing for your fun time besides fighting the forces of evil, but yeah, and so when people see that it's amazing when you talk to people and they see, I can actually have a life. I don't have to give a lot of one-on-one time to my team members because they literally have everything they need inside the team site and inside the products. They don't need anything else, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So
I mean, like, to put in perspective, like pure like money-wise. So basically, off the first 105 people I brought in, I made a total of $15,000, right? Total. That's how much I made total off of 105 people in like 18 months. Off the last 23 people as of today, just this month, I've made $9,500.
Income disclaimer down below, folks.
It's income, all that stuff.
Have you ever made $10,000 a month before, Landon?
I've never made $10,000.
Well, congratulations, because you're about to do it, buddy. That's so awesome, man.
You're about to have your first 5-figure month.
Which is crazy. It's almost like surreal to feel, because I mean, basically what happened to me, and Dave actually, he touched on it a little bit in the event. What happened to me is I was making no money at all online. And then like everyone else, I listened to, that audio every day for 21 straight days, like the story I always tell. And I started making money. I actually started making about $2,000 a month with Empower within about 6 weeks. And that was more than I was making at my job. And so what I did is I quit my job. And what I didn't realize was that in my head the entire time at my job, the only thing I wanted was to quit my job. Like that was like every focus was just like, I hate this job so much. I just want to quit this job. And so every day that was the only thing going through my head. Well, the second I quit my job, it was like huge, like all of a sudden like a big block, you know, because it was like I felt like I got to like my destination. And so for the last however long that I've been, you know, retired or whatever, my income has stayed, you know, in that $2,000 range. It would kind of go from $2,000 to $1,500 to $2,500, kind of there. I just didn't really have what it takes to get to the next level. And so it was a huge, you know, mental block. And I had some, you know, some other things, some other issues that were kind of standing in my way. And then, and so I only made $1,200 last month, and I'll probably end this month at like 11 or 12 grand. And a lot of that is due to the awesome leadership on the team. And all, I mean, it's just amazing. It's almost surreal whenever you start plugging into this team, how the numbers just completely explode.
Man,
That's awesome.
Is it just me, or am I the only one who feels that Landon in about 5 years, 6 years or so is going to be the new Jonathan Bard, maybe
I don't know,
David Wood?
I don't even want to.
I don't know. I get that feeling, you know.
I don't even want to be. I just want like the team to make way more money. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I agree. I was actually telling people the other day, I was like, you know, Landon isn't just going to be a rock star in this company, you know, where we got a lot of rock stars. Landon's going to be a superstar. You know, he's going to continue to go. You know, he's just getting started. That's in 3 weeks in the team. With those kind of upgrade numbers.
The quote from Dave Wood that you were talking about, and I love this because I wrote it down. He said, if you're motivated by something you're running away from, like you want to quit your job, find something to run toward as well and make that big.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just for that reason, because you don't want to hit your goal and then not have anything else that you're striving for.
Not have it as, because, and like a lot of people like on my team and just on the team in general, like they have like a huge goal of like getting on stage at the next event. Like make sure, even though that's like an awesome goal and that's a big goal to have, like don't make that the destination. Like I did with me quitting my job. Make that, you know, like the beginning. The beginning is just getting on stage. And so whenever you think about it like that, like it's just a constant, you know, a constant journey that there is no destination to. You won't have the block that I have for a long time.
Well, follow video 1 in the 15K formula, but do it over and over and over again, and continue setting new goals. Continue setting new goals that you're moving towards. Has been the key that I've found. You know.
Yeah. So you know, we've got Krista who has just come on. Krista, can you hear us? You there? She there?
Krista, she looks like a statue.
She's having some technical difficulty. She's come on about 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. So she might be on here in a sec.
Yeah, and I know she has a final tomorrow. And and Tristram, we need to get Tristram.
I sent Tristram like 25 minutes ago a Hangout invite, and I've said it on here a few times. Like, Tristram, check your email. So hopefully he'll get on here. Because if not, we're just gonna move on here as soon as we can get Krista to work here. Krista, are you there?
No.
Okay, she's still.
She said she keeps getting kicked off.
Yeah, Chris, try this other one for Tristram. It might be his other. Where is this? It might be this email address here, Chief. I know I gave you his Gmail one, but it might be his Virgin.net one.
Can you use that for a Google Hangout?
I have no clue. He says he can't find it at the moment for some reason. Is it over by your Google? Tristram, go to your Google Plus page. Go to the Hangout page there. You should see the invite right there. Sometimes I don't get it via email, and sometimes it doesn't just pop up on my screen. Sometimes it's just only over by the hangout.google.com or whatever that is. So, yeah.
Hey, Michelle, it was awesome meeting you, too. Another single mom.
I don't think so.
In Chicago.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot out a couple quick invites here, also to a few other people. We got to get rolling here and getting a few other people out. I want to get some other people's experiences and their take on what was going on here.
In the meantime, I'm going to read something. Was Krista here? Oh,
yes,
okay.
It looks like she is. Krista, you there? Okay, so you're muted. Go ahead and go up to the right and click the little unmute button, and you should.
Okay, can you hear me?
Right on.
Yay. I don't know what happened. It kept kicking me off.
It's okay. So Krista, you were at the the event this weekend, and you actually had a tough time. You were, actually suffering from a little bit of an allergic reaction, as well as having a tough time, at first when you got there. And things calmed down a little bit. We did a few things and got some balances taken care of, and just wanted to hear your experience and what your breakthrough was for the weekend.
Well, I actually had several breakthroughs. As you said, a lot of people didn't know I was actually having an allergic reaction to a prescription that I was on, but I didn't want to leave and I didn't want to end up in the ER, and so your assistant, Tim, your mid to low level employee, I believe you referred to him as.
I think we call him a bitch person. That's what.
And by the way, I texted Tim. He's out and about right now. But he said he told me to tell everybody hey, and that you guys were great, and he misses you guys already, and can't wait to see you in Denver.
He was awesome.
That's awesome.
But yeah, he was absolutely awesome. He made sure that I had everything that I needed in the way of food and water and the other meds that I was using to counteract the reaction. So yeah, huge props go out to your assistant. He was awesome. But I had a couple other things. You guys were so awesome. This whole team was so supportive. I was shocked at how excited everyone was. I think, I'd shared in the team breakout session that I got my first lead came in on Saturday morning. I got an email, and everybody, you celebrated it like I just earned, my first $1,000 commission. And it was awesome because that really, that in and of itself for me caused a shift. And I am thrilled to say that between yesterday and today, I've gotten another 21 leads. They just kind of pouring in now. So that's really, really awesome. And I was incredibly touched by the feeling of family that was there. It wasn't like being in a room full of coworkers or even just business partners. When I was sharing that Saturday was actually the day that my family was doing the memorial and fundraiser for a young cousin of mine. She was 22 years old, and she passed away very unexpectedly last month. And in sharing that, and the reason I did share that was because of a breakthrough that I had when I was sitting there, that I really, really got present to how much bigger what we're doing here is than just creating a better lifestyle for my daughter and I, and creating less stress in my life for my daughter and I. When I saw the potential of what this could do for my entire family, and I saw how much stress there was in my family when my cousin passed, because she lived out in Alaska, and most of our family couldn't even afford to go there, and they're so far away that the only way that we can offer any kind of support to her husband and their kids is financially, and that's just not something that my family has a lot of access to. And I saw how much I was getting out of the weekend, and there's no doubt in my mind that I'll be able to do so much more for them, within the next month or two here than I ever could have had I chose to stay home. And seconds after sharing that, Amy popped up and said, let's create a fund. Let's start, a fundraiser for them to help out. And that just touched me so incredibly, because you don't know my cousin, you don't know my family, but it was just about human beings loving.
We can't hear you, Krista.
Yeah, I think she got kicked off again on something. She got disconnected.
Here she's back. You're muted.
I know. I don't know why I keep getting kicked off. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So the last thing we heard you say was human beings love.
Yeah, I mean, I was just so touched that this really is just about human beings loving other human beings and really creating a better world for everybody to live in, and I was just so extraordinarily touched, because that's not the kind of thing that you'd find at a normal workplace. Somebody might say that kind of obligatory, hey, if you need anything, let me know. But I mean, there was genuine. I had several people come up to me after that breakout session and ask me personally, hey, can I donate 10% of my profits for the next, however many months? Let's get them set up where her husband doesn't have to worry about money for at least the next year, so he can focus on their kids and his grieving process and helping them adjust, because as I shared there, he lost his job 2 weeks before she passed. So, it's just a severe situation for them. And I was just filled with
Must be the Wi-Fi or something.
Should
The
be popping back.
Wi-Fi. I want to call it Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Takes her a second.
I call it
In the
Wi-Fi.
meantime, there she is. Okay.
Oh,
Make
it's
sure to
Cyril.
unmute
Hey,
yourself.
Cyril.
Is Krista, you there?
I see 2 statues of
I
Krista
see 2
now.
statues. Okay, we'll let her get back here. Parig, how you doing? You
gotta
have
unmute
to
yourself in the top,
too.
or we can just try and
Right, Krista's back again.
3 statues.
I think he said something in French, but I couldn't understand him. I don't
There you
speak
are.
that
Can
language.
Krista, you there?
Am I still? Yeah, I'll
Yep.
try to finish. I don't know why it keeps kicking me off, but I have one other thing that I wanted to share that was, for me, has been one of my biggest breakthroughs. And I want to thank you, Chris, personally, for the work that you did with me in clearing out some of the stuff that was there for me, because my ex-husband IM'd me tonight, and just to ask how our daughter was doing. He's working in Afghanistan right now, so he's not here much. And as I had also shared in the team breakout, that I had actually asked him for a loan for the $3,500 that I still need to get all in. And he said that no, that he wouldn't be able to do that for me. And that was huge for me to ask him, because this was the same man that when I filed for divorce told me quite clearly that he would make my life as difficult as possible, and that I would have to struggle, and I should have to struggle, as a single mom if I made that choice. And in conversation tonight, he said that he didn't have the money to just loan me, but that he will give me like my next 3 or 4 months worth of child support on May 1st. And so as soon as that money is in my account, I will be all in.
Oh,
And that was
awesome.
huge, because there was a huge shift that occurred between him, because before it was just, no, I can't help you. And now it was like, well, let's see, how can I help you? What can we do to make this work? And I don't think that would have been possible before. And so that was huge, because I was sharing with him, look, I'm trying to create this for our daughter so that we can have a better life, and we don't have to be tied down to such a schedule. So when you are back in the States, you can spend more time with her also. It gives us all more freedom. So May 1st, when he gets paid, he will be depositing basically the next so many months worth of child support in my account so that I can get all in. And I don't want to say too much because I know you guys haven't shared the rest of it, but I actually put something in the mail to you today, Chris, with a little note saying, I know I'm not there yet, but I'm completely confident that I will be, so hang on to this. So at the moment I tell you I'm all in, you can take care of this. So
Oh, that's amazing.
that was pretty cool. Yes, that was huge, huge, huge for me.
Did you do a Psych-K balance around your relationship with him?
Not specifically around the relationship, but around what I deserve.
Yeah.
And so a lot of it did come from stuff in that relationship.
That's
So
awesome.
it was, it was really, really great. And a lot of other things just feel a lot better right now. And I'm really excited. And there was a time when I'd have been terrified to take, the next so many months worth of child support and invest it in something, because what if, and oh my God. And now I'm just like, I got this.
Well, that's what happens is not, it's funny that you don't always have to necessarily balance around the exact issue that is the problem, but there's normally a source issue deeper inside, and when that's handled, how you show up in the world is different, and then that means people show up differently to you as well. So we really did get to a core root belief.
Yeah, and that was something that had started very early in childhood that was just magnified in my relationship, and that was, it showed up there a lot. But yeah, as some of you saw on Sunday evening, there was just a lot still happening for me and a lot processing, and it took about 24 hours. But literally the moment that it was gone, leads just started coming in.
Yeah, you got your very first lead at the event.
At the event, Saturday morning, there was a shift then, and the very first lead came in. And then, Monday I got 8 more. 6 of them came in before noon. And then today, I just keep getting dings on my email. I think there's been 11 or 12 more that have come in today. So I'm just all kinds of excited. And if I had the little name bar across my screen here, it would say Krista Posar, and underneath it, it would say the Unstoppable Krista P. Because that's what a friend of mine nicknamed me 2 years ago, and I intend to live into that.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm a blubbering mess over here.
Oh, don't blubber. And I have to say though, I'm going to have to sell my tickets that I worked really hard to get for the Bon Jovi concert that I've wanted to go to since I was a child. That's the weekend of the event in July. So since I don't get to drool over Bon Jovi's ass, I better touch one of them magical asses. So I'm just putting that out there right now. That's commitment.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
That is hilarious.
And one more just tiny fun thing for those that were there in Chicago this weekend, you'll get this. I had to run to the grocery store to pick up a few things today, one of them being bananas, and I was in the self-checkout line, and I could not stop laughing thinking about going to jail for bananas. So for those of you that were there, you'll get that. So I was paranoid, ringing everything up individually.
That's
I
awesome.
thought that was a pretty sweet idea, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you all for inviting me on here tonight. I'm thrilled to be able to share with you guys the amazing, amazing things. And also in regards to my cousin, they decided to just do the fundraiser on Saturday night, and they're actually doing her memorial service this Saturday morning. So I will still get to be there with my family to say our goodbyes. So everything just unfolded so incredibly. I couldn't have asked for it to go better.
Well, let's set up the. I want to set up like an account on the team site and stuff. So we'll get together with that so we can do it like a PayPal. And,
That sounds good.
Yeah. So let's touch base about that in the next couple of days.
Awesome. Cool. Well, Tristram just hopped on here, man, and Tristram, Krista, you know what? Thank you for everything you shared there. I'm just amazed. I'm touched, and I'm excited for everything everything that's already shifting in your life. You know, it's so powerful.
Yeah.
What can
You
happen
guys are
from
just
the
this
end of-
amazing family that has contributed so much to me. Chris is just kind of like the rock, you know, the patriarch, and Amy is just this wonderful, loving, maternal figure that has just been so incredible. And I have actually followed her emails for over a year, so don't give up on your leads, people. I've actually followed her emails for over a year. And then there's Jordan, of course, and every family has a Jordan. So we'll kind of leave it at that. He's like the crazy uncle that you don't really talk much about, but shows up at the family reunions, right?
But you saw-
Full of vodka.
I can see it now.
it's awesome.
And Chris said to me at one point, he goes, Jordan, I can't even say it. Jordan. Jordan was walking in front of us. I don't know what the fuck you're wearing at that moment in time. Chris goes, he just looks like a hobo half the time.
Exactly. See, that's why they stuck you up in the riffraff section with me, Jordan.
That's why.
Oh my god.
That's why they wouldn't let me into some of the bars until we told them how much money we were going to spend at the bars, and they're like, "Oh, we better let you guys in."
Oh god.
Every family has a Jordan. That was
Oh my God.
Hey, Tarek, you got to show me how to get those. You got the French flag. I want the Irish flag on the bottom of my fucking screen. I need to learn how to do this technical stuff like you. Man.
Where's the French flag? Oh, Perique has the French flag.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys are doing that. Like,
I gotta change that.
Look at him. You can see him just grinning right now, almost eating.
yeah.
Loving the fact that you don't know it and he does.
Well, he knows most technical stuff that I don't know, and I think he actually hates that more than enjoys it. By the way.
Yeah.
You want
So,
another beer,
Krista, thank you so much. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
so much for sharing your story. We so much appreciate it. That was so cool and inspiring. And just thank you for showing up, and thank you for having the courage to be able to go through those processes. And you know, sometimes they're not easy, but you know, when you're ready, it's so worth it. And you know, you got to a point where it was worth it. And you know what? We definitely will be seeing you in Denver, and you'll
I'll
be
be
making enough
there.
money by then to where you can go somewhere else, wherever Bon Jovi's.
I was
on
just
tour.
gonna say.
Yep.
I'll just become a professional groupie.
You can probably even get backstage tickets and go grab his ass rather than just drool over it.
Yes. So
That was
the
the first concert I was ever at. I was 5 and I actually fell asleep on the
Oh,
bleachers
good.
at the Summerfest concert of Bon Jovi. That was the first concert I ever went to.
Chris,
So
remind me to tell you a story about how I made a complete fool out of myself in front of the entire Bon Jovi family when I was a raging alcoholic and I got to go out to dinner with them. I'm not going to tell it publicly.
Okay.
It's really bad.
well, now
yeah.
that you
Now
put
that
that
that's
out there, remind me to tell you about this awesome, amazing, hilarious story that everyone wants to know right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
make
I'm
her a
not
bet
gonna
that I
tell
know. I'm gonna make a bet with her that I know I can win, and if she loses, she's gonna have to tell the story on the hangout. That's what
Have you been studying NLP, Amy, at all?
Because that was one heck of an opening loop. So, anyways,
Krista, good luck on
guys,
your test tomorrow too, by the way.
Yeah, I would say that's the other thing. I may not be able to stay on for the whole hangout because it's already like 12:30 here, and I have
It's
an art
cool.
history exam tomorrow morning first thing.
Yeah,
so.
we've got a capacity. I don't know how many people we can bring on at once on a hangout, but I know we're getting close to capacity.
That's fine.
We
You
got
can
a few
knock
more
me off.
people.
Mwah. Thank you all for everything.
All right.
See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Good luck.
We'll see you later, Krista.
Someone else just
Right.
bought their oh, Gilbert Singh, he just purchased his ticket literally on the hangout here. So
Awesome.
congratulations,
Great.
Gilbert, man.
Congrats.
And man, Denver, can't wait to meet you, buddy. That's awesome.
Yeah. If you're on our team and you haven't got the ticket to Denver yet, do that now because it's going to be life changing. And I think
And the
price-
tickets are going up in price. They keep going up a little bit at a time.
probably within the next hour or so, probably be a couple $100. I'm just kidding.
Well, that was brilliant what they did. Those guys are my god, they're such smart marketers. But Tristram, man, how are you doing, man? How was your travels home and
Hey
you
guys,
know.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
buddy, yeah, man.
Well, yeah, great to see you all again. Yeah, the travels were good. Travels were
Awesome,
good.
man.
Got back about 24 hours ago.
Right
So,
on,
I
man.
mean-
So,
I mean,
I
I've
was
got
gonna
one thing just to say to you guys. I just want to thank you, if I didn't see you, for an awesome weekend. You guys made me feel so welcome over there. It was just incredible. So I just want to just say thank you for that.
awesome, man. Well, thank you for being awesome too. And why don't you just share with everyone some of the breakthroughs you had this weekend? And I know one that if you don't share it, I'm definitely going to pull audio because I think it's absolutely amazing. But I know you had a lot of breakthroughs, so why don't you just share with people what your experience of the event was?
Well, it's my first event, and I mean, I've been to some company events in the past, and it's all you got to wear suits and ties, and it's all very formal and that. But the Empower events are just completely different, and they're just completely amazing. There's just so many. I mean, I went there thinking it was all about money, and that was my focus, was focusing on money. But really, the whole thing is focusing on other people and bringing those people up as well. And that was a big shift I had. One of the biggest shifts I had.
It really is amazing because when you simply and that is a misconception, and obviously with an event entitled "Get Money," that's a little bit slightly misleading for the people that and kind of sneaky too, which is good for the people who are going there just to get money. Because what's going to happen out of it is they're having these massive transformations in areas of their life that they didn't understand were even affecting them not being able to get money, and now they're going to start getting money. So it's just so cool. And Tristram, one of the breakthroughs I know you had, and I think it was actually before the event. It was a few weeks ago. You contacted me, said had a pretty cool surprise for us, and do you want to touch on that, man? Because that is just so powerful what you shared with me, and why the breakthrough happened.
Oh, what I shared with you on Thursday night when we got there, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've been in the team for, you've been in my team pretty much since like day one, and and over that first 16 months or so, how many $25 sales had you made up until the about a few weeks ago?
I think it was 10 or 11.
Right. And then something happened. Chris has got his mic. Oh, there's whatever.
Perig.
Oh, very cool. Oh, the French flag versus the Canadian flag.
Yeah, but
is that the Canadian flag? No, that doesn't, because it doesn't have the maple leaf.
Hey, now.
Sorry, Thomas. Thomas.
Got an Austrian flag, but
it's the Austrian flag.
Perig also has a sign, "Don't be a wussy," flashing up. He's got all that technical stuff that we don't know how to do. He's doing it.
You're
I think Perig is bored, so he starts playing around with the coding of Google Hangout. You know.
Perig just hacked Google. So Tristram, something happened a few weeks ago, and all of a sudden you just started recruiting more people.
Yeah,
go ahead and share that, because this is something that I think a lot of people are holding on to, why they don't have success, and then all of a sudden, once this shift happens, a lot more people can just start having success as soon as they decide to make this happen. It's so awesome.
Yeah, well, basically, just after Christmas, I found out I might be losing my job, and my mindset was not on Empower Network or anything like that, because I thought, oh my God, I was in job mode. I thought I was going to lose my house, my family, everything. There was all sorts of things going on in my head. I decided after about 10 weeks to sign a voluntary redundancy form. And once I did that, people started upgrading in my team, and I just started recruiting people. The simple reason is I was thinking, I made a decision that I was going to leave my job or not leave it. It didn't matter, but I had a mental shift that I thought, well, if they kick me out of my job, I've got no plan B. There is no plan B anymore. And that was one of the things that come up at the event was when you've got this plan B, you've always got something to fall back on. You've got you know, if you've got a job, you know, it doesn't matter whether this doesn't work or not, because you can always continue with your job. But when you don't have a plan B and you've got to make this work, and you're then 100% focused on making this work. So that was my mental shift. It just changed everything for me.
You know, that's so awesome, Tristram. And one of the things I want people to take out of that is not to go out and quit your job today. Like, I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying, you know, quit whatever you're doing. The point to take here is that if you're comfortable and you're saying, well, I'm comfortable and me building my business and, you know, me becoming successful with my Empower Network business, you know, if that happens, cool. That'd be awesome. That'd be like a nice little bonus. But you know, what I'm doing here, I'm already comfortable with that. You're never going to make money with Empower Network. But if you simply decide that Empower Network is my plan A, and the only reason I have a job right now is to continue to support me building my business in Empower Network and my family until I can quit my job or until I can make enough money over here with plan A, which is Empower Network, to get things going. Like, I remember my dad used to, you know, a lot of people, before I even started my business 4 years ago, someone asked me that. They said, well, how long are you going to try this thing out before you quit? How long are you going to try this whole home business thing out before you quit? I said, what do you mean? You know, like, I'm not trying this thing out. Like, this is what I'm going to do. You know, and even after I became successful, I had people say, well, how long are you going to go at this before you, like, go get a real job or do something? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, why would I go get a real job? I made like $12,000 last month. Why would I don't, you know, like, so get rid of the plan B. Get rid of the plan B. Make this your plan A and your only plan. And yes, still keep your job if you have to for now. Or even if you want to. I mean, there's some people in Empower. Alex, he just quit his job last week. And he was making more money in like 5 or 6 days than he made in an entire month at his job for like a year now. You know, he was basically making like 6 times the money in Empower Network as he was making at his job, and for whatever reasons he held on to his job. And you know, that's cool. That's cool if you want to make. I think he liked that thing where he said part-time, making more part-time than my full-time job. It kind of helped him sponsor more people, most likely. Now he's gonna have to come up with a new thing like. You know, this is all I do. But so Tristram, man, what else did you get out of the weekend, man? I mean, that was a huge thing that I'm just so excited for, because you're starting to produce massively now, and it's exciting. But what else did you get out of the weekend, man?
It was just meeting so many different people. It was just weird having people come up to me as well, saying, "Oh, you're Tristram Lodge, aren't you? I see you all over Facebook." That to me was really strange. You know, it is awesome. That was just totally bizarre to me. So yeah, I mean, there was just so much. Just trying to process it all now, and just getting ready for the next one, getting ready to just go crush it for the next 90 days.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
What time is it in wherever you are right now, Tristan?
5:30 in the morning.
5:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
So
Wednesday morning.
Are you staying up this late, or did you wake up that early?
He loves us so much.
Yeah, I woke up early.
That's crazy.
That's just crazy. That's just insane.
My kids will be up soon anyway.
Man.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
That's so cool, dude. My brother, we got a table right here that is made out of, you know what, like drywall, right? It's made out of like drywall, and it's made out of chalkboard. And he painted it with like chalkboard stuff. So like he's literally drawing with chalk on the table. That's awesome. Yeah, distracted me. It like pulled me over here, and I just wanted to share how cool I thought that was.
So I know Patrick is waiting to tell his amazing breakthrough that he has. Tristram, you got anything else? Any final words, bro?
No, I'm good. I mean, if you got to get in on this team and get to Denver to see meet us in Denver. There's a button down below. Click that, get in, and meet us in Denver.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, and if you're in the team, click that login below button. There's a login button there. You can log in. You can actually log in, and you can upgrade to any of the products you don't own. Oh. And you can also click on the it's called "Don't Be a Wussy" 2013. You can click on that in the top corner and grab your tickets before the price goes up, and while we still have tickets available, because these things are selling like hotcakes right now. And I don't know once they actually start promoting them as a company to the public here, I don't know how long they're going to last. So
yeah, not long at all.
Hey
Tristan, there's a request for you to say "wussy" right now with your sexy accent. Can you say it, Tristram?
Wussy.
Which Denver's gonna be awesome. Denver's gonna be crazy.
I used the badass button today. It was really fun.
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
How was it? I haven't done it. Is that the website?
I uploaded a video to the new video stuff server.
It's pretty badass.
I used the badass button to put it on Facebook, and it just rocks.
Awesome.
Dang. You're like so on the ball. You're getting like the video stuff. I need to buy all that video stuff tomorrow. Which package did you get, Amy?
I just started with the first one, and I'll just upgrade it as I need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so Patrick, tell us, but you had some shifts here and a few major realizations going on at the event. Tell us about it.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I was drained. I guess that's the word I would use. And I was actually drained physically. We didn't really do anything physical, but still, processing all that was pretty intense. And I think what I'd like to do, I wrote a blog post today about some of the shift that I had, and that's okay with you guys. I'd like to just read it. It's not very long. I'll just take a few minutes. So this is what I wrote, and this is what I will send to my list tomorrow. And so I titled this "Huge Breakthrough, I Realize This Now." And so the article goes like this. It says, have you ever had one of those moments where you instantly realize that you had been doing a few things maybe a bit off, which translated in results that were not up to what you expected? I had one of these this weekend. You see, I was in the Empower Network Get Money event in Chicago with 5,000 other incredible people. We had men and women, old and young, tall and short. We had Oli, a blind guy who still blogs daily. We had my friend Marisol, who has been battling cancer for years. but still managed to be there and go on stage with hundreds of other people who have made over $5,000 already with Empower Network. We had every possible type of person and personality there over the weekend. And I stepped up on stage for recognition, and it hit me. You see, I used to think that what I did to market was complicated. I used to think that you had to be technical enough to know how to use the latest marketing strategy. And it limited my thinking a lot because I was prejudging people. I was making the decision for them. So this weekend, while I was on stage and saw all these people around me who made 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 and much more, everything shifted. I realized that I was very unfair. What gave me the right to decide for other people if they will or will not be able to succeed? I realized that people are powerful and resourceful. I realized that you can do it. I believe in you. I realized that it was time for me to shift my focus away from me and focus on you. I realized that my goal is to make you succeed. I realized that my mission is to empower you and make you see that you can do it if you're not sure of it yourself yet. Anything is possible in your life, and it is just one decision away. A decision that can be made in an instant. Be it a decision to get towards better health, better relationships, or better financial future. You have the power to make that decision now. I know now that you can do it without a shadow of a doubt. And I am here to support you if you decide to do it with us in our Team Be The Change. The message I shared with you here is the core message of our team, as well as we all made a decision to be that better person, now. So that's pretty much what I wrote. So that was really what changed for me there, is that I realized that, as I said, I think I was way too focused on what I had to do and too focused on, like Thomas said, or maybe it was Tristram, focused too much on the money. You know, I need that amount of money. This is what I need. Instead, now I realize that it's really not about that at all. It's really about, you know, making people realize that they can do whatever they want. So.
Awesome.
So cool. And you know, that's exactly what this whole, like I said before, the whole event was about mindset, and it really is. I mean, it's about mindset. It's not about the marketing strategies, right? And anybody can do this if they shift their mindset.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, really beautiful blog post.
Yeah, it was really good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
So if a French guy can write, anybody can write, right?
Hey, Perry, can you say Chicago again?
Chicago. Chicago. How do you say? I don't even know.
Chicago.
Chicago.
listen to Thomas. He's like, thank you. He just wanted to hear it. How funny is that? Does you know, I got a few people telling me, you know, did I get her in the list? I didn't get Marianne in there. Is Marianne wanting to come out too? I've got a whole list here of people. I'm trying to get them out here.
Do you need Marianne's information? I can get it for you.
Yeah.
And Paul sent me something that I can read. If you can't pull him out, I have.
Paul, I sent Paul an invite. I sent him a message back. I sent him an invite about 5 minutes ago. I got Ray Allen and Don Cope here. I did send them a quick invite. So I see you guys are there together. I just wanted to shout out to you guys, and thanks for coming on for a minute. And so are you guys unmuted?
Nice one.
No,
Yeah.
it looks like you're muted. Go ahead and unmute yourself at the top, guys. Yeah, it's the little microphone button at the top right. The little gray button. Somewhere in there you'll find it. Somewhere.
Oh, Ray Allen's joining.
Yeah, he's coming. He's trying to come on.
Hey guys.
He's trying to unmute himself here.
Oh.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna mute, and then okay, so he took himself off actually. All right, cool. Okay. Well, Paul. Paul Bonenstiel, I sent you an invite about 10 minutes ago, bro, and I know you said you were going to be getting off here soon, so hopefully we got you in time. If you could pop on, check your Gmail account, email, and pop on out as well.
And I have, like I said, if not, I can read his message. He asked if not, if I could read it. So at some point we can read it.
I'd love to have him on if he's there.
Yeah,
you could have told me that it was that easy to get a flag on here, you jerks.
How did you get the flag?
Hey, Jordan, my 5-year-old told me today that jerks, it's not nice to call people jerks.
Just Google it.
Because I was calling people
or
jerks, and she said, Mama, that's not
YouTube it or contact Google support, not us.
It's a good thing that she doesn't get on these hangouts. But I would never call anyone a jerk around your 5-year-old daughter, though.
Well, I did, and she corrected me. So.
Well, that's nice of her. What are you thinking?
Well, we were watching the Karate Kid too, and these guys were
Landon
jerks.
just figured it out.
I see country or something, so I think I'm getting it.
Oh man!
What country did you select?
You collected North Korea.
It's like Georgia.
Well, I know, but I wanted to represent the Irish, you know. But okay, I'll represent America.
You can represent the Irish. There he is.
Here's Paul.
Paul's on.
Paul's on.
Not the United Arab Emirates.
But it's his picture.
There he is. All
There
right,
he
so we got
is.
Paul and Ray and them back on. So Paul, quickly share with us.
Look at that awesome American flag showing up on my. You guys all see the American flag showing up on the thing? No.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Did I get it?
Okay, am I on?
Yes,
Yep.
you are. We can hear you, Paul.
All right. Thank you, Chris, and everybody. Let me join you guys.
Of course.
All right, who's Don't Be a Wussy? Is that Craig?
Paul called me.
Hey.
Paul called me all weekend. He called me Perek, and I'm like,
I did.
"Oh, I'm not Perek.
apologize,
I'm not
Thomas.
French." And he's like, "Hey, Perek, how are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I gave up."
I honestly did, yeah.
It's okay. That's funny.
Wow. So
Okay,
go ahead and Paul, go ahead and just read us what you wrote real quick. I know
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick. Last night, yeah, I did. Hold on, let me mute my other hangout. Okay. Last night after I got home about 2:30. Actually, I stayed up until about 5:30 this morning. I was so pumped up from all the information this whole weekend. First off, I want to thank Jordan and everybody. I don't even want to really say names because everybody that was hanging out knows what happened this weekend. That's why everybody on this panel is telling you get to the event because you never know what's going to happen to your life. You know, Jordan, you're awesome, dude.
Love you too, man.
Thomas, you're awesome, man. Thanks for hanging out with you, and sorry for calling you Pereg all weekend. Pereg, you're pretty badass too, dude. Donald, Don Cope, I wish I got to talk with you, man, more. But Saturday night, we was having our breakout room. I'll be honest with you, I was so drained, tired from just all the information and what's happened, you know, before that. So I really didn't want to get up and say my story then. But since we're on this hangout, I do want to say it. So this is what I wrote to Amy. And it's going to be a little tearjerker, but this is what my story and what I've been going through. And the reason why I want to get it all in very soon. Find the money to get in, get my ticket and everything. So here's my story. Amy, first off, this is to Amy. First off, please grab a box of Kleenex before I read this. Because I'm going to tell you my story that I wish I told you on Saturday night. Anyways, this weekend was so much fun. I wish I would have talked to you more. I was concentrating on learning and having a good time. I'll be honest with you guys right now. I was in tears when I was writing this. Saturday night at the breakout room, I had something to say, but I was so exhausted and was just taking everything in. So right now, this second, I realize this is what I planned out, and I didn't write. This was all planned out, and I didn't realize it until last night. In July 28th, I lived with my parents. I was living with my parents, my dad, my mom, and every day they argue and bicker because that's what married couples do after 30 years. Well, we was arguing about the water bill, and my dad couldn't remember if we could pay the water bill or not. So I kept telling him we paid it, and it just aggravated me. This is my last really time I really talked to my dad, and it's the worst thing I ever said in my life, and I'll live with this for the rest of my life. And this is the reason why I'm telling you guys this. I told my dad, and my mom, I'm fucking done with this. I'm going to check myself in another house because I can't stand this. I'm going to fucking kill myself if I can't, I walked off to my room and slammed the door. That was really the last conversation I had with my dad that I can remember. The next morning, we had one right before he went to bed, but I can't remember it. The next morning, 9:30, my mom yelled at me to wake up because my dad was passed out on the table. He had pulmonary embolism hit him. 2 hours later, he passed away. And for the next, 4 months, 5 months, until right before Christmas, his birthday was Christmas Day. I didn't want Christmas. If it wasn't for my brother actually getting a job and buying presents, I wouldn't have had Christmas last year. But anyways, right after Christmas is when I started seeing Tristan's emails about the Google Hangouts. And early January is when I got on for a couple weeks and started watching Jordan, Chris, and Amy talking about everything, and you guys got me so inspirational and just got me in here. But anyways, let me finish what I read though. I got off track, but basically, let me catch up just because you're talking. Okay. Yeah, after I started watching Tristan's emails, and that's how I'll start watching you guys. You three are so inspirational, just because you are so real when you told your stories. Amy, I didn't know you were an alcoholic and druggie before. Never would have guessed it now when I first saw you. But you overcame it. Now you guys are where you are supposed to be. Well, anyways, this weekend has been the best weekend ever in my life because, like I said, actually, the last 9 months, this is the first time I could do what I wanted to do and also get out of my house. I wrote this whole big long thing, so give me a minute. This won't scroll right. Actually do it. Okay, I haven't really in the last 9 months have got to hang out. So that's why I'm telling you guys this and why I'm crying. You guys are awesome. I had a breakthrough. I know I'll have a breakthrough soon because I believe what Amy says 100%. Anyways, I asked you if you could read this. So that was my story, guys. So that's why I'm gonna work on, talk to my family and get, somebody pull out a credit card. I'm getting my ticket and getting all in very soon. So, thank you for listening to that.
Yeah, Paul, man, that's awesome, man. I certainly appreciate you sharing that when you came here, we inspired you, and you're definitely happier now. That's one of the things and feeling more empowered, man. That's one of the things I find out about what we do here in the Hangouts and the whole team here, and really everyone in the team, you and everyone else that's coming in the team, to empower you to just live a happier life and be happier, man. So that's exciting to hear, my friend, man. Thanks for sharing, friend.
I sent you my intentions on your Facebook message.
Awesome,
earlier.
Man.
Read that over, and actually, is there any way I could read that too, or? Do I have to get off yet, or?
Let me.
It's up to you. It's kind of a little long, but it's what I just kind of said.
Hey, Paul, let's go ahead and save this one, bud. We've got a lot.
Okay, that's cool. That's why I asked first, Chris.
Yeah,
so.
it's all right.
Yeah, and we still have to make our announcement too.
Oh yeah, everybody, you guys are going to love this announcement. All I gotta say is click that link below and join this team today, right now.
Yeah,
and, yeah, I can't wait to see y'all in Denver, and you guys will know why. And yeah, that's all I gotta say.
We love you.
Awesome, Paul, man.
I love you guys too, and you guys are awesome. That was amazing hanging out with you guys. I literally stayed up for 80 hours or so. I counted. And partying, pretty much, learning and partying. To be honest with you, the best impact that got me, this is where you can be yourself, how you can be yourself. Mm-hmm. 2 people actually showed me, you know, to be myself. Layla Black and Justin Varengia. Okay, Justin, you know, being 420, you heard his comment for being 420. Layla Black, all right, you know how people, we had to go outside to smoke cigarettes out front. I smoke, I'll admit it. That is, actually, I met so many people because of that, from bumming a cigarette. Layla Black, as rich as she is,
bum cigarettes off of
bum a
everybody.
cigarette off of me and everybody else. And yeah, anyways, I got talking to her, a buddy of mine, Wendell. He's actually kind of like my accountability partner now, Amy. So me and him are talking, and also there's another guy, Terrell, needs to get on here. I'm gonna hang out with him and help him out. But yeah, I hugged Layla, and ever since I hugged Layla, I got a hug. Me and her, I mean, she's, you know, we've been so energized the last few days. So. That was my breakout.
She's pretty hot too, so you're gonna say that too.
But yeah, I'm gonna let everybody else get on. So.
Awesome,
Thank you, Paul.
So cool.
Good to meet you, Paul. We'll see you again in Denver.
Yeah, you too, Parag, and you too, Parag Jr. Thomas. You know, Parag, I don't know why I kept calling you Parag. But yeah, I gotta get to bed. I got a 1-year-old that's got really bad diaper rash, and should be waking up by 7. So that's why I wanted it all.
You, Paul.
All right,
so
bud.
good night, guys.
Take care.
All right. Talk to you soon, buddy.
Good night.
All right, you too, Jordan.
All right. So Ray and Don, are you there?
We are. Can you guys hear us?
Right on. We can. Right on.
Right on. Yeah. How's it going, guys?
Real good, man. Real good. Glad to have you out, man.
Good.
So just tell us real quickly, you know, what your experience of the event was, and if you had any, you know, major realizations or what went on for you.
Yeah, man. I think I'll talk first. I think the computer's going. And so but yeah, man, it was just an awesome time. You know, the entire event just.
Now, Ray, hold on one quick sec. Hold
yeah,
on.
there's something going on.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's his headset, because it just started with him. Ray, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Maybe it's all right now. But go ahead.
That.
Yeah, go ahead, Ray.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, now it's doing it again.
Hey, Ray, go ahead and unplug your headset and see if you can just use your microphone for right now from your computer.
There might be some stupid settings up in the audio settings up in the top, whichever top right or left of Google there, of your Hangout, Ray. It kind of messes up. If you switch from Skype to Google Hangouts, like, the settings are all weird, you know?
Yeah, you don't have Skype up, do you? Yeah, we can't hear you, man. We can hear you like you're in a wind tunnel. But barely. Still can't hear him. We can't hear nothing.
Hey guys, well,
Very,
hey guys,
very,
just
very, very faint, Ray. turn up your volume or unplug your. Okay, all right.
All right. Hey guys, just while we wait for them, I have a very quick thing I wanted to say. I forgot to say. I want to shout out to Sharon Miner, who was at the event with us, and she bought a ticket for the next event as well. So a shout out to her.
Yeah.
And she also, she also told me during the event that she is getting some stuff together to get all in as well. And
awesome.
She's gonna go. Yeah, she decided that she has had a painting for many years, and she has decided that she will sell the painting to be able to get all in. So, if you guys know anybody who loves art, get in touch with her or me, and we'll get her all in and get the art in a good place.
There's there's always a creative way to come up with the funds to get going, because once people do that, make that commitment, something that's a little bit off, something that most people won't commit to, it's amazing how their mindset shifts. So and things just really start happening. I know it did for me when I finally had to get rid of some of my own stuff. I finally started making money. It was amazing, because my mind shifted about it. So that's awesome. That's awesome, Sharon.
Yeah. So Katie, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. So, yeah, this event was pretty awesome, and you had.
This event was pretty awesome.
And this was your first event. So tell us your.
How come I don't pop up big on screen like all of you?
You
or
are.
Do I?
What are you talking
You are right now.
Oh, it doesn't pop up for me.
So
if you're clicked on one of the people, Katie, if you have one of the people selected down below, you got to click on that same person again, whoever's showing up for you.
Hey, there I am.
And then you'll see yourself really big. Yeah, it likes to do that. Before you start, Katie, I want to congratulate you. You just went all in this weekend.
I did.
You just went all in this weekend, so congratulations.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. The funny thing about the all in, so I had decided that I was going to do that this weekend. And the day I did it was, I can't remember, what was it, Saturday, when Dave said, hey, all of you who just went all in this weekend, come down and come on the stage. And you know how everyone says, oh, I want to be up on stage, I can't wait to be up on stage. And I just, yes, I want to, help people and have this lifestyle and achieve my financial goals, but I didn't have this overwhelming desire to actually be on stage. So when he said, hey, come on down, all those people who went all in, and I thought, oh, cool, all right, whatever. So I went down and got on stage, and as soon as I was on stage looking out at 5,000 people, I was like, this is pretty damn cool. Now I want to be on stage, and I don't just want to be on stage like collecting a check. I want to be on stage talking for an hour to those 5,000 people. It was really, really cool. So that was pretty fun.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Very cool. So what was it? So you came in with a certain thought about how you thought it would be, and then it kind of turned out a little differently than what you thought it might be. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, the last time I was on the Hangout with you guys, I talked about how skeptical I was to get even involved with Empower Network. And, that skepticism is just hard to shake. I don't know. It's part of my makeup, I guess. So I was actually very excited to go to the event, just not sure what I would find there, and was very open to it. I was hoping to have a breakthrough and have some big shifts, but not exactly, seeing how that might happen. So I got there, and I met Landon, and as you all know, Landon is like this awesome little cheerleader, right? I've adopted him as my little brother.
Really?
And he'd be like, oh, it's your first event. Oh, this is going to be great. Oh, my God. It's just so funny. So then I got excited because Landon was like, oh, you're going to have such a breakthrough. So I'm like, well, hell, if Landon says I'm going to have a breakthrough, I'm totally going to have a breakthrough because look how excited he is, right? He reminds me of like the Lucky Charms leprechaun. He's like, they're magically delicious. So I'm thinking this is great. So Thursday, Landon, I love you. You're so awesome.
No, I know.
You're like such an inspiration. So Thursday, comes and goes, and Friday the event starts, and I'm listening to the speakers, and everything is great. Like I'm enjoying the event. I'm enjoying the speakers and meeting everyone. But it's sort of hitting me at one level, right? It's not really penetrating me, I guess you could say.
The mental level?
Yeah, and I'm very mental, so it was definitely on a mental level, and it was nice, but I was kind of like, well. And then Saturday came, and by Saturday night I was like, oh, maybe I won't get my breakthrough that everyone talks about, I mean, this is nice. I'm glad I'm here. And then Saturday night, Chris had said, and Dave say, in regards to the breakthroughs in the live events, they talk about get to the live events. And I never understood why they said that. I just figured they want you there to sell you more stuff or whatever, who knows. But it's not. Like the live events, there is just something about them. It's an energy. And they talk about if it's not what they're speaking about, then it might be a connection you make at the event or someone you talk to or something that happens. And that's exactly what happened. I just connected with someone and a lot of stuff really clicked into place. And I started to actually feel it instead of, think it. And it sort of went to a deeper level. And then Sunday when I watched the speakers, it was like I was actually able to absorb it. And what I found was just a tremendous belief, a belief in what Empower was doing, even more belief in our team. I mean, not just belief, because I always believed in our team, but just like I can just feel it on a different level. I'm more committed on a different level. And, maybe that has to do with being all in, right? I definitely, I am more committed in every way. And I just feel so good about it. And then also on Sunday, Dave was doing that, what was it? That sort of meditation thing to discover your purpose. And so I'm going along with it thinking, you know what, I've been trying to find my purpose for 37 years, but that's great. If you can help me find my purpose in 4 minutes, that'd be awesome. And he did. So apparently that's all it took. So my purpose is to help others believe in themselves, because that's been such a struggle for me. And things just really shifted sort of away from me and onto how can I help my team have more belief in themselves and more belief in their own power and their own ability to be successful, because that has been such a stumbling block for me. So I'm looking forward to just using that as a compass. When in the past few days since I've gotten back, every time I've gotten a little overwhelmed or frustrated or which way do I go, I just sort of refer back to that belief, and it is like this guiding compass, and I think, okay, and then when I move from that place, it all seems easier, and it seems, to move with a purpose. So yeah, get to the live events. They're not joking.
That's awesome.
That is.
That's pretty powerful. That's what these events do. Like, there you go. Now, it would probably be safe to say that, Katie, had you not gone to that event, do you think you would have had this type of breakthrough and realization?
No way. No way. The amount of belief that gets just, I don't know, into you on a cellular level is incredible, And I don't know. It's just a whole different level of belief,
Yeah. And, it was funny because I was talking to you on Saturday about it, and it might have been Friday night. One of the nights I was talking with you, and I remember you telling me about your impression of the event so far. and I didn't say anything then. I almost wanted to say something, but I was like, I'll wait. And she was like, I really like the way they structure it, and they're doing so many things so well, and they've got this kind of element to it, this kind of element. It's so great, it helps all these people do well, and it's kind of really set up strategically very well, and and all that stuff, and yada yada yada. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so she's getting it mentally, she's kind of understanding, she's observing it, but she's getting it on one level, and I almost wanted to say, like, okay, well, you'll see, it just hasn't happened yet. I was just like, when she did that, I was just like, okay, we'll just wait a little longer, and then sure enough,
I like to go the long route.
I know you. Hey, but in other stuff you're way quicker. You take the shorter route. So it was something for you that because you had certain filters, and everyone goes through this process a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
For you, I just thought it was so funny because I knew it was going to happen, and I really just couldn't say anything because you were not there yet. It was needing a little time to process and sink in, and I just thought it was so cool because the next day, your whole demeanor was different. It was like, before it was like, oh, I got it, and then the next day it was like, this is what I'm doing. And it was like a total shift, and I knew it would happen, and so I just thought it was cute. You were talking about it and just going off about it. It's cool, and I'm like, it's okay, she'll get it. So I'm really glad you did. That's why I pushed and said you got to get to these events. And I wasn't as mean to Katie as I was to Ray about getting to last time. Because trust me, I would rather piss Ray off than Katie off. Katie can. Yeah,
you don't want to piss me off.
You could probably beat me and Ray up both at the same time. So, in high heels. So, with that, on that note.
Sounds like fun, actually.
Ray and Don, I want to check in with you guys. You guys still there? How you doing?
Can you hear us?
Hey, before we go any further, I want to show you guys this little thing right here. Can you read this?
Hard work never hurt anyone. Oh, sorry, I should.
So why risk it, huh?
I got this. I got this shirt from Amy this weekend. She gave it to me on the car ride home. So I love it, Amy, and so does my entire family. So thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So doesn't David Wood, so that's why I really got it.
Yeah.
I was second tier on this one. I was like a backup plan. I was plan B on this one. I'll settle for it though.
Talking, right? Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. It's yours.
Yeah. So we can scarcely.
You want to test it?
Yeah, we can.
Can you hear me?
Hear you guys? Yeah, Don,
really?
Don, Ray.
You have a volume control or anything?
Now we can hear you good. Now you're fine.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I don't know, figure out what's wrong. We've got one set of wireless earphones, so. But anyway, yeah, I think one thing I got out of I got many things out of the event, and I tell you, I so appreciate this team. I've never been in any kind of, I've been in so many multi-level companies, and I've not seen one that has the leadership that you have right here, and I've got to say it's so impressive, and it was so much fun at that event. Also, I got a lot of things out of it, and one thing is one thing that really changed me is the posture that I've got when I went all in, and I planned on being, but I decided it would be to remember to go all in. So it really changed my mind.
Okay, so Don, go ahead and let me stop you there real quick, Don.
Yeah.
Don, let me stop you there.
Sure.
That headset is doing it again, so I think if it's a different headset, it's the computer then, because we can only hear like a quarter of what you're saying, and it gets all jumbled into like this weird sounds. Like
oh, that's too bad. Wow.
Yeah. So if any way you can just unplug all of that, and maybe use the computer, microphone, and speakers just for a short time. We'll deal with the echo. Can't hear. So.
Can you unplug the?
Do you have a microphone on your computer, just like an internal microphone for your computer, Ray?
Chris is asking us.
What's wrong with that?
Which really does that. I think we had like 220 people on this for a while tonight. Isn't that like the most we've ever had?
Yeah.
225. What's that? I took a picture when it was 225.
Wow. Because last week it was like 180, and we're like, whoa, 180, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now 225.
Yep. And so I'm gonna keep inviting Marianne. I sent you an invite. I think I'm gonna send you another one here, if we can get you out as well. And then I'm going to see if I can get out. We've got a couple more here. We got Josh and Bree. Looks like that's about what we have. So
it's 11:11 right now, folks. For me, anyway.
Awesome.
Yep.
All
hey
right.
guys, just want to share a very quick thing about something that was said earlier about the Power to Code event, and I think that will mostly resonate with people who still work full time, like I do. Is, you know, when you work full time in your job, you're around people who work full time in their job, and not, again, Jordan said, not it is bad. It's a bad thing. You know, it's you know, when people need jobs, but the mentality of what people and how people think at a job is different from what you will find at, you know, the Empower Network event or some other event, entrepreneurship event. And I think the fact that you can have this, because when you're like at work every day, you get used to what the way people think, and you know, you kind of like make you think the same way. And then when you go to an event and you see, oh wait, maybe there's another way of thinking. Maybe there's a different way of thinking that can bring me to a higher level, bring me to where I want to be. So I think, you know, that's something that I think for me had a very big impact on motivation and belief and seeing what can be done. And I mean, it's huge. It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I think it does. So I sent an invite out to Josh and Bree, and hopefully we can get Ray and Dawn back at some point here. We got Marianne. All right. Right on time. Are you there?
You got to hit the unmute button. The microphone in the top corner should be red. You got to hit that button. It'll unmute you.
Okay.
All right.
Are you there, Marianne?
We can't hear you, Marianne.
One second.
She said 1 second. Okay.
All right. Well, I'll talk for about 4 minutes, really quick, and then we can. Unless it just came out. I'm hearing an echo from someone.
Is it me?
All right. I think the echo's gone. So no, it's not. It's still there. Wow.
My volume down.
Turn your boombox off. Yeah. Marianne, there's a settings button in the top right corner. You got to click on that maybe and make sure that it's got your your external mic and turned on for the for the audio. Otherwise, we won't be able to hear you.
Still can't hear you. Okay,
but I'm still hearing an echo.
I'm gonna see if I can mute her and then unmute her.
Is someone on here not on a headset that we're hearing an echo?
Is that Perig? I don't see a headset on him.
Perig's got headphones in. He's on a headset.
Someone on here not on a headset?
Oh my God.
Oh wow, I heard that too.
Yeah, that's major echo.
Someone on here not on a...
Wow, whoa.
Maybe someone on here is still has the video playing on whatever website that they were on. You got to pause that video so that we don't hear that noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Josh and Bree are here, or at least Bree.
All right.
Bree's there. You there, Bree? Okay, so you're muted too. You need to unmute yourself in the top right. Okay, Marianne, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hey, everyone. How are you doing?
All right.
Good.
Yeah, like one of the themes I was hearing tonight was just really what a transformational weekend this was. And I know for me, I was really quiet. I mean, I was quiet, but I wasn't quiet. When it came to the public speaking, I kind of took a step back and really took in and listened to everything everyone was sharing. And I didn't really want to get up and say anything, but I feel really motivated tonight to say what I want to say. A lot of people don't know who I am. I'm a divorced single mom I was a professor for 9 years, so I'm used to getting up in front of people and speaking, and not say being in the limelight, but I'm real comfortable with that. And when I met Landon, you know, he's a complete natural. I don't know, he's right there. He's like, oh, okay, I'll wake up. It's kind of late now. And, you know, and he afterwards, when we did that first hangout sitting in the suite on Friday afternoon, he said, I was so nervous. I go, you know, you got to be kidding me, because you are one of the most natural speaking people ever. And so I really want you to know that, because
thank you.
You have the energy, you have the charisma, and I think that's like 99% of the battle for most of the people who, you know, just, they have it there, you know, it's in your head, it's in your heart, but how do you get it out, you know, into your mouth? So you have that, Landon, and I think that's amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And, you know, one of the things that really made a difference to me this weekend was when Chris acknowledged me. I went all in right before the Austin event.
That's awesome.
And I knew no matter what, I had to be all in. And that was really the most amazing thing. And I want you to know that I had no money. I had, you know, enough to pay my mortgage. I had second mortgage. I have personal loans. I still have student loans from being in graduate school. I have so much debt that it's amazing. But one of the things that I knew that this was a vision I had to do. And when I actually believed in it, and I told my kids, I go, this is what I want to do. They're picking 30 millionaires, for 30 people to become millionaires. That's one of the emails I had read somewhere. And I said, I have to be there no matter what. And then Chris said to me, you know what, Marianne, you still did what you had to do, and the time is now for you. I can't even remember his exact words, so I thank you, Chris, even though he's not sitting in front of his chair right now. But it made me cry. And I don't think I've really cried since probably my divorce. And if there's any moms out there and they know what it's like to go through a divorce and have, yes, there you go, and have your kids, I mean, it's probably, it's one of the most traumatic things, because right before I joined Empower, I was looking for a job probably for a good 9 months online, doing the same thing over and over, applying for jobs, getting nowhere, not even getting interviews. Or if I did, I got interviews to jobs I really didn't want. And my mom, I think, actually opted me into someone's list. And I'm like, Mom, stop opting me into all this junk, you know? And then I got an email, and it just said, I saw Dave Wood with the Lawrence TAM, and that was all that it took. I saw the vision, and I said, this is something that's very blessed. And so I started, and that was it. But when I started, I had $35 in my checking account, and I said, I'm going to do this. And because of the vision, I found the money. People, I started talking about it. People lent me the money. So they lent me $5,000 to get in. And for those of you who have known me, and a lot of my friends, through this divorce, I spent $175,000 on attorney's fees. Now, why would anyone do that? Well, it's because of my children. So I was all tapped out. I couldn't do that again. And when I saw the vision with Empower Network, all I knew was that this is the place, this is the possibility. And at first, yeah, it was about the money, but it wasn't, because that's not what got me. What got me was that they believed in me at a time when I stopped believing in myself. I had no more vision, and they put that vision back in me. They made me realize what my personal value was, that I could contribute and make a difference to everyone. And that I had forgotten that, because when you go through a divorce and the fear of losing your children, there's nothing like that fear. And I think, was it Vic or someone, you know, during this weekend, one of the leaders, the people in the top 5, they said, if you knew it was your children's lives or getting all in, what would you do? You know, if your children's lives were at stake. And I said, I know exactly how that feels, because, you know, either two things would happen. You'd get all in, or you wouldn't have your kids, if those were those two options. So I found a way, and I made it happen. And I'm sorry I couldn't make it to Austin, only because I think it took every last bit of energy out of me to do that, and it just didn't get there. But I'm so thrilled that I was there in Chicago, especially my hometown where I was raised, but I live in California, and I have since I've been 18. And I just wanted to let some people, I have some people watching tonight, and just really encourage everyone to look at their vision. Like, what is it that you want? What is it that you saw? What are the dreams that you had, and you know you could have them, but you've just forgotten? Because I know the last 2.5 years of my life, I've forgotten everything about all my dreams that I've ever wanted in my life. I said I'll never have that again. So it's about rebuilding, it's about reconnecting, and believing in yourself. So that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Marianne. And Marianne, I had my headset on while I was gone, and I heard everything. You're very welcome, by the way.
You're awesome, Chris. Thank you. And thank you, Amy and Jordan and everyone this weekend. It was such a personal, interpersonal experience that, I'll remember forever. And I can't wait for Denver. And I've already sent you the deposit checks today for the thing I hope you're going to talk about in a few minutes. Yes, we are.
That's awesome, Marianne.
So I'll give it back to you guys now.
The cool thing, Marianne, is that the reason you're here, or not, one of the reasons you're here is because you realize that you deserve to have your dreams, and you want to have your dreams not only for you but for your daughters, and that's what the Empower Network is all about, and that's what the team here is all about, and when Dave Wood did that hypnosis thing that Katie was talking about a bit ago, he did it in Austin, and since Austin, he's learned hypnosis a whole lot better. So it was like way more intense this time around. It's just going to keep getting better and better. Mm-hmm. And in Austin, I had come to find out what what my purpose was at the time, and it was my vision was me driving down the road in my motorhome and seeing a bunch of my friends with me because they actually had the freedom to do what they want to do when they want to do it. Mm. And through talking with Dave's brother, Aki Wood, up in his hotel room, we had a really good chat. And what I came to find out, and it's something I've been focused on so much here lately, is about helping people become happy. Helping people realize that happiness is a decision, and just bringing more happiness to people's lives. So you going on to live your dreams and becoming more powerful and just being happy and bringing that to your kids, that's just awesome. And if I play any small part in there in helping you to realize that you can be happy and you can have your dreams and you can have it all, I'm so pumped for you. It's just so exciting here. Wow.
Yeah, that's one thing about the when he was doing the hypnosis. It was Sunday, sort of mid-afternoon. I went in there and I was listening, and I was not falling asleep, but I noticed my body for the first time really relaxing and allowing it. And as soon as that whole session was over, I just saw in my face, I saw in everyone else's face, that it was like all of a sudden I was focused, I was energized, and revived. And I haven't been like that in a long time. So
it's awesome.
And it's about going back to the me that I remember myself as. And so I'm really grateful for that.
That's amazing. That's the cool thing to watch too. I know at the last event I was at, and I know a lot of people come to events and they maybe don't have team members here, or maybe don't have a lot of team members at the event, but realize as each event goes on every 90 days, you have the ability to now impact more people here with Empower Network, build a bigger team, and invite more of your team members there. I mean, I already have more tickets sold for this event than I had at the last event, and I had 3 times the amount of people at Chicago as I had in Austin. Oh, and wow. Our team just keeps growing and growing and growing. And what's so amazing to watch, some of the biggest breakthroughs that I'm having is just literally being able to watch my team having breakthroughs literally as they're happening. It's something that's never happened to me before. And Juan, I don't know if we're going to be able to get Juan out here tonight, but I know one of the things he and I chatted about was realizing that it's not about the money, but about how many people's lives we can impact, and the money will just come with it. Mm-hmm. And so standing in the back there and watching, I don't know, we had maybe 30 or 40 people in those couple rows there in the team, and I was literally just watching everyone sitting here or, standing there or whatever they were doing, but I could see them having shifts. I could see them nodding their head. I could see them cheering. I could hear them cheering. Paul, man, he was shouting from the top of his lungs constantly. I'm surprised he even had a voice tonight. It was amazing. And just hearing the team members having these breakthroughs and realizing that what we're about here is impacting people's lives in some way, shape, or form. So My goodness. Hey, by the way, everyone, I just saw a thing come through. I just made $1,000, and I don't think he's going to be on here this week, but Mark Stubbins just joined today, and he's already up to the 15K formula. So apparently what that means is, this is really cool because he messaged me and said, I went to the $500 level, and should I go to the 15K, I got to take my wife out to dinner to explain to her that I just joined a business opportunity. Apparently their dinner went really well because when he got back from dinner, he just went into the 15K. So
That's awesome.
if you're on, Mark, that's awesome. If not, I'm going to announce it next week when you are on, my friend, and congratulations. That's powerful, man. Apparently dinner was a good dinner.
Or the sex was really good.
It's probably both. They probably had a really good dinner and then really good sex, and then she's like, here's the credit card, honey. You know.
Yeah, I just want to say that the pizza was amazing, and we'll just have to eat something like that again.
You know, maybe we could order some for Denver, even if it's $700 a pie.
No, not on me.
Chris is behind, yes.
Oh, man.
That was awesome. So Marianne, did you have any other takeaways, any other breakthroughs throughout the weekend that you just didn't expect to happen?
Mostly it was my vision got really clear, and I was really taking it all in. And, you know, like, again, a lot of people, or me, I was going, okay, well, do we want to come here and figure out how? Like, how to? Like, give me a new marketing tip, or what's a new strategy, or is there, you know, and that was what, I wasn't sure what to expect, but the main takeaway was that it was about being yourself, being honest, having integrity, having it come from your heart, and that will show. And I think it's something even Amy was talking about in our team breakout meeting, is that all of a sudden when you make that shift from not necessarily just making the money or having to get these tasks done, but all of a sudden you make that shift into your mind, into yourself, into that mindset of, this is about helping others. And when you know what you want, I mean, Dave and Dave are talking about, you know, what do you want to get in life? Do you want to just buy a new car? Do you want to be out of debt? What do you want? And that whole plan A, plan B thing that everyone was bringing up is that don't have a plan B. Make this be your plan A and set your goal high. And even if you don't make that goal, that's better than either not setting a goal or setting it too low, because as soon as you achieve that goal, let's say you just want to have 2 signups, have 2 people go all in. Well, okay, then what? Then do you stop? No. So set your goal really high, and if you fall short of that goal, that's all right, because you're still going to set another goal higher. And it's having that vision, and everything that they had just sort of were leading up to just really made your vision focused. And it's really about committing to what you want. And I realized that I'd been so beaten down in the last 2.5 years because of my divorce. I gave up on everything I wanted. I was unwilling to like commit myself, to put myself on the line in case I fail again. You know, I had a failed marriage. It was terrible. I had everything and lost it all. And even my ex-husband, and I never want to put him down because, you know, whatever, but he was someone who, if I had a great idea or had a vision or I had plans for our future, he'd be the first one to stop me. And so I felt that I wasn't worthy anymore. And so this weekend I really felt like I am worthy, and I am worthy to the extent or how great I want to be, and I'm the only one that's going to stop myself. So like I was, over the weekend I said, oh no, I can't do the 15K a month. That's just too big. But now today I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to do 15K a month. And then by September at the next event, I want to be up to 30K a month. And I want to make, you know, I was trying to calculate it in my head, you know, at least $100,000 this year by December.
That's awesome.
You know, and I wasn't willing to declare that over the weekend, but I am today.
That's
so
awesome.
That was really, for me, the takeaway is really being able to commit and put it on the line and be willing to own it, because that's huge, you know? It's like you may be afraid. Like some people, $100,000, that's like almost too scary. You know, having that much money is too scary, but it's not about the money. It's about helping others. You know, I have someone in Nigeria who signed up, and they don't even have power half the time. How could they get online? You know what I mean? So it's those challenges and thinking about the vision for him and what kind of difference he can make in his community. and what kind of leader he could become. And that to me is more exciting than my own. So those are the things that oh my God. So that's about it for me.
That's amazing.
You rock, Marianne. We have so much in common. We need to connect in Denver more.
Yeah, my sister lives in Boulder too, so you know.
Oh, awesome.
I love Colorado.
Yeah, me too.
All right, thanks guys. I appreciate
Thank you.
You're awesome. You are awesome.
You can disconnect me now.
If you like, you know, you can hang out, or if you like,
Okay.
up in the far right side, there's a little phone button that hangs up if you want to take off. Totally up to you. You know, we've invited a few other people. They haven't made it out. We got room, but if you want to just hang out, it's totally cool too.
Thanks.
So, Josh and Bree, how are you?
Hey guys.
Okay, we can barely hear you.
Sorry, internal mic.
Internal mic. Can you turn your mic possibly up a little bit? Is there any way to do that?
That's a good question. Haven't done it on this computer before.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm only seeing.
Are you on Windows 7?
Yes, it is Windows 7.
So just go down in the far left on the little start button and go into the search and just type in microphone, and you should be able to find the program for your internal microphone.
All right, we are working on it. Hang on one second.
Manage audio devices, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know, Chris, because we got looks like we have to set up software for it.
It's all right, you guys. We can hear you all right as long as you stay close to the mic there, to the computer.
You can get close. That's okay.
It's all right. So everybody, just turn your volumes up for now.
I apologize.
It's all right. So tell us, you know, this was your first event, and before you came to the event, you were already all in. So, you know, you two have seen the vision from when you first got in, and you watched everything and realized you needed to be all in. You upgraded pretty much within the first, like, week and a half of coming in, and just been plugging along. And so just want to hear, you know, now after your first event, you know, what did you go in expecting, and what did you actually get and realize?
Well, what did you go in expecting? Personally, myself, I didn't quite know what to expect. I'm not, haven't been to a whole lot of events. We went to a couple of small ones before and a couple of other things that we had tried out. And it looked like fun, but I didn't quite know what to expect, honestly. Wasn't particularly a big event kind of guy. Kind of grew up a little differently, so not really used to actually being in big environments like that. But was very pleasantly surprised by how much fun we actually had, and how much breakthrough being around that many people, especially our team, but being around that many people, you're able to feed off each other's energy, and it allows some amazing things to happen.
Right on, man. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you came, man. And I know that was, you know, that's a big 5,000 people, you know. So that was pretty cool in there, but definitely a game changer. So Bree, what was there any realizations?
There was actually two major things that happened for me personally. The first one was at the end of the event on Sunday, when Dave Wood had us all meditating. And I went to a place I personally have never been before, but I think I realized on a really deep level that I've been free this whole time, this whole entire time, free in every aspect of life that you can think of. It's just coming to that realization that it's all in your mind, and that my mind was the only thing holding me back from even the realization itself that you are already free, but it's, you know, the things that surround us that kind of hinder us from seeing a clear vision of ourselves. So that was the first big one. And then just looking back on the whole experience, I think the most important thing to me was I no longer felt alone. I didn't feel alone in the world, and I didn't feel alone in my intention and my desire for people, for my heart, and basically the desire to help people and for them to discover who they truly are. I didn't feel alone in my own world that I live in every day, where I never see that. I never see people looking out for each other. It's always about themselves. So all in all, it was a wonderful experience, and I know from now on I will never, ever miss an event.
Never.
Right on.
Right on. Right on, right on.
Our team here is what allowed me to get a breakthrough at the event. All the speakers and everything were great, and they were getting into my head in a way. They were starting to help me to break through some of the things, but it wasn't going fully to the core until Saturday night when we got together with the team, and we were able to have those moments of transparency and where we were able to all talk about the places we've been and the things we've been through, and that is what I needed. I needed that intimate setting with just our team, just to understand where everybody came from, and just to feel all the openness and the love in the room, and that's what actually allowed my mind to finally shut all its defenses that I had up. I was a born skeptic, and so it was really hard for me to get past some of the limiting beliefs that Dave Wood and Dave Sharp and everybody else always talks about, the limiting beliefs. And being with our team, just the way our team is and the people that are all in it, the amazing people we have, is what allowed me to finally let down one of the barriers that I didn't even know was there. And that's when everything hit me and purpose was found. And so it's, to have begun that journey now is awesome, because I had filled my head with so much self-help knowledge prior, and so many, even into like neuroscience and other nerdy stuff like that. But none of it had ever quite sunk in, I realized, until I was able to get around other people that I was able to feel the same way. So that's what I have to say about the team. It's amazing.
Josh, you're a real good, I know this isn't what you don't normally do, but you're going to be a good speaker. I can already tell.
I've been told that my whole life.
Flattered.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we need to get your ass on stage, for an hour.
I'll be there. We'll both be there.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know it was. What's that?
So I think our whole team will be up there soon.
Yeah, that's where our team photo will be, on stage.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
New update.
Hey, guys. Just got a comment here, and I certainly understand with it being what time it is and all, especially over in Puerto Rico. Natasha wanted to know if we're going to make this big announcement that we talked about, almost 3 hours ago now, about what's going to be going down in Denver. So do we want to announce that now?
No, I don't.
Yes.
I love the open loop, though. That's the best.
Yes, we do.
Amy, you're so good at that. You did it at the event. Do you want to announce it?
I agree.
Sure, and I have my little cheat sheet here, too, that I had at the event. Yeah, so guys.
And gals.
And gals. I call everyone guys, if you haven't noticed yet. We are, so the next event is in Denver, as you all have probably figured out by now, and we are going to have, immediately following that event, we are going to have a leadership all-in retreat for our team. We are renting a house. We're looking at places right now, big houses that sleep 20, 22 people, with hot tubs and saunas and pool tables and beautiful kitchens. And we have a chef that I'm actually messaging right now as we've been on this hangout about the menu. Jordan's brother is going to come cook for us, and we have just a whole bunch of really cool stuff planned for that weekend. You're not going to want to miss it. So like Josh just said about spending time with the team, I know for me at this last event, I found it really difficult. I felt really spread thin, and especially because the event, as you know, we're there most of the time, and the lunch breaks are so short, and there's just not a lot of downtime. Well, this retreat is going to be a lot of downtime. It's going to be a lot of time to just be together and sit in a hot tub and shoot pool, and we're going to get massages. We're going to have people come in and give us massages and just really bond and be together and mastermind, shoot videos together and not feel rushed, eat really good food, and just really be together. We're going to be coming off of the Denver event, so we're going to be really excited and pumped up like we are right now, but we're going to be together. And it's going to be, so the Denver event is from the 19th through the 21st of July. So our retreat is going to start on Monday the 22nd. And what we're going to do is we're going to shuttle everybody right from the Denver event up to the retreat is going to be somewhere in the mountains, Breckenridge or Vail or one of the mountain towns near Denver. It's going to be beautiful. And so it'll be from Monday and through Friday the 26th. So it'll be 4 nights. We'll be together. For the most part, we're going to just be chilling at this awesome house. We are going to do one day where we're going to go out and do an adrenaline activity, zip lining, something that's not going to cause injuries like Jordan wanted to do.
Hey. Chris was the one that wanted to do the dangerous shit. I actually have, for one time in my life, I want you all to know this because it doesn't happen often. For one time in my life, I had a voice of reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, wait, Jordan. Didn't you say you want to go mountain biking in the middle of the night?
That was Chris.
Yeah.
That was Chris. Oh.
Well, I thought that was Tim.
I think we should swallow swords, personally.
Yeah.
Maybe it
I was
was
just
him.
planting seeds. That's all I was doing, was planting seeds of thought for Jordan to suggest it after a bottle of vodka on a Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, I will. Let's do it, man. Let's go
All right,
rock climbing.
Anyway, we're going to do, zip lining or something along those lines that, we're all going to go out and just have like a really cool experience together. On the way back, check it out, which just fell out of my book, my David Wood dollars.
That's badass.
Freaking hysterical. I always said that guy should be president. Which came, if you weren't at the event, these came falling from the sky at the end of the event. I don't even know how they did that. I was trying to figure out where they were even coming from. They fell from the ceiling, like millions of them. Anyway.
Magic.
Yeah. So anyway, it's going to be several days of just being together. We're going to have that one activity. Chris and Jordan and I are going to foot the bill for pretty much everything. There is a deposit involved in order to secure your spot. You do have to be all in. I'm going to go over the rest of the details here in a minute, but just so you know, you do have to be all in. You do have to have your ticket to the next event, which is Denver, which only makes sense because you need to be in Denver anyway for this. And there'll be a deposit involved just because we really do need to make sure people are serious. We don't want to hold the space since there is limited space. We don't want to hold a space for somebody that, just might be all in and have their ticket to Denver right now and says, yeah, I'll be there, and then they don't end up coming, and then we've reserved a spot for no reason. And so, this is a considerable investment on our part for the amount, for the house. We're paying for all of the meals, the massages, the adrenaline thing, we're taking care of all of that.
We're not paying for the happy endings on the massages, though. That we don't cover, just so you know.
Oh my God! Keep your dirty mind out of this, Jordan.
Every family is that guy.
So anyway, one of the other really cool things that we're going to be doing at this, which is one of the reasons that you do not want to miss out on this. So the sales video that's on the Empower Network site where everyone's at David Sharp's house, and you see them, you see Chuck Marshall and Tracy Walker, and everybody has a piece in that sales video. We're going to be doing a BTC sales video. Is going to be filmed while we're at this retreat at this awesome mountain house. So we're going to have a professional video person there. It's going to be professionally edited, and it's going to be a sales video just like that. So when we're doing all this BTC stuff, the way that we're marketing our team and our BTC formula, we're going to have an amazing sales video that's going to explain that. And wouldn't you like to be part of that? I mean, the people that are at this retreat are all going to be part of that. So it's a great way to get exposure, you know, so that when you're showing it to your leads, they see you in the video, you know, it's just going to be an awesome video, and it's going to be a lot of fun to do. So that's one of the really cool things that's going to be happening while we're there. And, you know, we're going to be doing some masterminding. We're going to be coming out of this event. So we want to talk about where we're going from there with the team and some different ideas. And then we also have some really cool, you know, you've heard us talking about Site K. We're going to be doing Site K, but we also have some really cool movies that we want to watch together so that we can have conversations about this. Some really cool stuff that we've seen that's about the subconscious mind and limiting beliefs and stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot of downtime, but it's also going to be very transformative in its own right, and just a really awesome opportunity to really spend some quality time with each other. Because like I said, one of my biggest challenges personally at the event, Jordan, can you please mute yourself before I kill you? You know, anyway, for me, I'm really looking forward to spending more quality time with everybody, because I felt very challenged in that way at this last event. I felt completely wasted the whole time, just running around like chicken with my head cut off, and I just look forward to having some real quality downtime to be with everybody, in addition to all the other awesome stuff that I just mentioned. So we really look forward to having everybody there. So the way it's going to work, again, you have to be all in. You have to have your event ticket. The cutoff, you have to be all in by the end of May. That being said, we have limited space right now. In the houses that we're looking at, most of them sleep 20 to 22. And there's 5 of us already on the leadership council that are going to be there, which leaves 15 definite spots available. A couple of them have already been claimed because we did release this at the event. So it's first come, first serve. The first people that are all in, have their event ticket, and get us a deposit are going to get these spots. We posted the information about who to write the check out to. I'm not going to say it on this Hangout because, you know, just this is a public Hangout, but all the information for who to write the check out to and where to send it is on the Facebook group. And we'll probably put it somewhere on the team site as well. And it's a $500 deposit, $250 of which will be refunded to you when you show up. If you don't show up and you've reserved a spot, we've paid for your spot already. That money, you won't get any of it back. It's going to go towards our team fund. So, but if you do come, you get $250 of it back. So all of that I talked about that we're paying for is going to cost you for the whole week just $250, and that's just, you know, just because we want to make sure people are committed and all that good stuff. So that's it. If the spots don't fill up, which I doubt this is going to happen, but if there is still, you know, if they don't fill up right away, the cutoff for getting all in and reserving your spot is the last day of May, because we do have to book a property. We might have to book an extra property if we have more than 20-something people that want to come. We will get another house or whatever we have to do. But the people that sign up first are the ones that are going to be in the main house that we're all going to be staying in. And so that's the general gist of it. So you definitely want to get all in as soon as you can and reserve your spot for this retreat. And then I'm just going to turn it over to Chris and Jordan if you have anything else you want to chime in about.
I'll take control of it before Jordan.
I just want to say that you guys better take 2 spots off the list because we're in. So.
Yeah, we got you, bro. We got you. And yeah, go ahead. But the thing is, the way this is going to actually fill up is we might have a list of people where everyone's all in and has a ticket to the next event, which is the qualification. But until I actually receive that check in the mail, then that's when you're confirmed. And so people have to get their checks to that address, to that person that it's addressed to, before, you know, until that fills up. So we'll have a list and we'll know, and we might check in with you if we don't receive anything from you after a while. But yeah, it's basically, you know, there's about, I would say about 15 slots, so probably about 10 left now, from what I'm thinking of people that I've heard that sent in their stuff today.
Yeah, because here's the thing. When we asked at our breakout room, we asked how many people want to come, and 20-something people raised their hands. So we have to just do it by whoever actually commits with the deposit. I mean, that's the only fair way to do it.
Yeah. And I know I was going to have Tim take
And after you guys announced it, I went to after you guys announced, I went to Jordan and say, "Are you guys sure you didn't? Yeah, you sure you guys it's not $2,500 because I'm like $250. Really? I mean, mastermind retreats is usually like $3,000-$4,000. I mean, you guys, I don't know how you guys do that, and that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's
gonna fill up in like 2 seconds. I mean.
Well, I get the feeling that we'll probably never do one this cheap again, but we wanted to offer this. I saw Dave go through this, and he offered a real cheap one, and I've seen Rashkin do this where he offered his day in the office stuff for just being all in, and then you could come as long as you paid for your flight. And so it did work, and then after I talked with him, he was like, man, I don't think I can ever do that again. That was just like, wow, I mean, there's a lot of costs and expenses. And so, the part that we're getting, for the deposit helps us get this place, but the rest of it, we really are wanting to be able to do this for the people that are serious, and really because for us, you got to understand, this is also marketing. We're going to be creating a sales video. We're also going to create some lifestyle videos and some testimonial videos. We'll have multiple videos that we'll use for our marketing for our team. And so this, in a way, is also a business expense. It's not the way we looked at it at first, but we realized it's all what we could accomplish while everybody's there.
This is completely a business expense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the purpose was just to have a retreat with everyone and hang out and have fun. And then we're like, wow, we could make videos and make this thing awesome and really do it. So that's what this is about. And we'll have fun.
It's like getting paid for going on vacation.
Well, yeah.
I want to throw a shout out to that beautiful lady sitting next to Peric right there, Cyril. Cyril, have you I know you've been kind of watching. I don't know if you're behind the scenes. I know you're a great marketer and you've built teams before and what have you, and you keep Peric in line and all that good stuff. So I don't know if you want to say anything about, like, did Peric share some stuff with you this weekend? Have you noticed any difference, or what do you love about the team here, about Empower Network? Anything at all?
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Jordan. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Hi, Amy. Hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. Yeah, actually, Peric has been it's been great, a journey for both of us. And after he came back from the event in Chicago, it's really, the mind is fresh and a lot of knowledge, a lot of passion, a lot of desire, and it's one of the thing that that you folks talk about today is shifted. It's how you can have your passion shine through, that you want to help others. It's get off from your comfort, from yourself, and just help others sincerely. And I think that's the most powerful drive and motivation. Just be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself and get up there and help others. And I think that's the most important thing, more valuable, that we can share kindness, share goodness, with others. Keep believing in yourself and believing in others. That's the main thing. That's why we have the team. That's why we have Empower Network. And just do it. Don't worry about anything else. Just do it and have faith. That's what I wanted to share. And also, I believe I also heard Marian and Bree and also Amy talking about vision today. And it's important because when we have, about a year and a half ago, we joined Empower Network, and we have this small vision board. When we looking at again this past weekend, we were thinking, hey, this came true. Hey, this one came through. This one came through. So I think when you put your mind on you focusing on something, you have believing in something and take massive action, the dreams and goal can come true. And the next step, I think Denver, we're looking forward to it, and we want to make a bigger vision board. And completely, and just taking massive action and believing and helping others.
Yeah, it's crazy. We looked at the board and we're like, wait a minute. We're like, there's a house. We bought a house. There's a cruise ship on there. We took a cruise, and you're like, okay, well, maybe there's something there. So that was very funny when we look at this and we realize that most of the things are actually starting to happen and so.
Yeah, and about the best things when you have your mind focused and you have faith, and you have a kindness towards others and you want to help others as well. Blessings comes to us, come to you, and we have the chance to bless others as well. So that's what we want to share tonight. Thank you, you guys. We love you.
And Chris know
awesome.
that and Chris know on Sunday evening after the event, like 1:30 in the morning, I was calling Cyril and we spent about an hour and a half on the phone talking about the event. And I'm like in the lobby of the hotel, like talking to her and laying down on this little bench in the lobby. And I had my eyes closed and I was talking to her, and at some point I opened my eyes and Chris's face was like 2 inches in front of my face. Scared the crap out of me.
That's funny, man.
By the way, speaking, you were just talking about the end of the event, and I just want to say, we know how these events can be draining and tiring and stuff. So the first day of our all-in retreat on Monday is going to be just a complete lounge around and eat and just do nothing kind of day.
Yep, hot tub, sauna, massages, and
yeah, no masterminding or anything that requires any kind of brain activity. So.
Decompression day.
Yeah, decompression day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're about at the 3-hour mark, and this was an awesome event, and I'll just tell you guys that I had, the breakthroughs for me was that I believed that all of this was possible. I believed we were only getting started, and I knew the numbers of people we would have, and I knew conceptually in my mind that people were aligning with the vision as evidenced by the hangouts that we have here every Tuesday, and I knew because of our upgrade rates that people were believing in this, and by the amount of activity and growth in the team, especially in the last month, I knew that we were on the right track. We were on the right path. And what I did not expect was to have that Saturday night session and to see people come up and have breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough of just simply going through the process of being in Empower, being in Team Be the Change, or Team Shine, both, and then being at the events, and how that process, when you make a decision to really do this process doesn't really allow you to grow, to move much further unless you go through this growth process and have these breakthroughs. And it honestly is the greatest benefit of everything. Even if you don't make $1 million and you just have enough to be totally happy and comfortable and able to create significance in your life and in your community and in your family, and even if you just do that, it's like the breakthroughs that you have at these events and going through the process in general with the team, this makes you a happier person. It makes you a livelier person. It makes you a better person overall and a better quality of life. And that's what I saw for everybody, is that people had things that were holding them back their whole life. Their whole life. Wow. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, none of that.
Come on.
3 o'clock in the morning or something.
people were stuff that had hold people back their whole lives. Things that were causing people to be suicidal, and they shifted them, and they're no longer that way. And what they don't get yet is that how much their life is now going to start shifting, and how much their life is going to actually start changing, and how quickly it happens And that's the coolest part about it all, is that one shift causes a chain reaction of good things to happen. And so looking forward to those is one of the coolest parts, because it's almost like that anticipation of, like, you know, when you're a kid and it's like the last day of school or the second to last day of school, and you get real excited about you're going to be, you know, getting out for the summer. And normally the last couple of days you've taken all your tests, you know, like you're in elementary school, you know, and you get to go on like field trips the last couple of days, or go to a park or whatever, you know, and not be in class, be out in the sun normally. And that kind of, at least that's what I experienced when I was in school. And I always had that cool, like, anticipation of, man, things are just getting better and better and better. And I thought about it, and I kept on saying to myself, if this is how good it can be now, imagine how good it can be at the next event. And I want you all to remember that, because what happened this weekend was no accident. What happened this weekend was written, and it's because all of you wrote it. That's why. And we came together with a common vision. So how do we keep that common vision? We plug in here every Tuesday. We continue to honor the process. We continue to honor the people that are moving forward and acknowledging that. We continue to keep up to date on how things are going in the team and where we're moving to, and sharing the vision, sharing the dream. And that's what it's about. So I thank you all for showing up there, because it was such a confirmation to me that what I've been doing out here and what I aligned with Jordan and Amy in the beginning with really does have a real purpose, and we're not going in the wrong direction. We're going in the right direction. And so for me, I'm so much more inspired, and I have no doubts about where we're going and what we can do now. I'm like on 10 levels. I've skipped like 10 levels of belief to an area where I have no doubt whatsoever about we're going to grow to be one of the fastest growing teams in Empower Network. We're going to set the bar, we're going to set the standard, and we're going to bring in a whole consciousness of people that you don't find just in any company, in any business. And what we're also going to do is not only we're going to bring those people in, but we're also going to grow those people. The people that are in now, those of you that are on this hangout now, I'm speaking to you, that even if you've looked at all this and said, man, I wish I was there, if you weren't at the event, and man, I wish I could have been there, or I wish that I was going through these processes right now and that my life was getting better, just trust the process, honor the process. You will be one of those people soon that is growing, that is experiencing joy and happiness on a level you've probably never experienced before in your life. And that's what our team does. That is what our team does. And you have to get to the events for that. So the good news is Denver tickets are still available. They're not going to be available for long. You might want to go get those as soon as possible. So I'm different out of this event. I'll tell you guys, just being able to go through that event knowing that I could lead and be able to put everything together and create a space, and enough space that held the vision for everybody there, and that I could support everybody there in that vision as well and lock arms with everybody. There's not words for that, but I'm so grateful. And I now believe that we can take this from this little thing we had, that we can take this and explode it to 500 people in this team by Denver. That's what we're doing. 500
people at the event.
500 people at the event.
Yeah, because we've already got 500 people on the team.
Yeah, 500 people by Denver.
Damn right.
Woo! We've already sold more tickets for the next event than the amount of people that we just had at this event. So, and amazing. They just went on sale the day before yesterday. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it, everything. Any closing thoughts, Jordan?
Yeah, always.
Okay. Care to share?
I had a huge breakthrough. I had a huge breakthrough.
Can't hear you.
You went muted.
I did mute. I muted myself so that you guys didn't have to listen to me like farting and stuff. Yeah. But I had a huge...
Every family has a Jordan.
Well, you know what the funny thing is, Amy, that in my family, everyone farts heavily. Except my mom. I've never heard her fart before, not in public anyway. So,
and that's the closing message.
Are we gonna should I pull out the book Everybody Poops? Do we need to pull that book out? And anyways, my brother's over here just crying. I think he's like farting right over there now as we speak and laughing about it. The thing that I had a huge breakthrough on is, and I told Chris this, I'm hearing an echo. Someone turned off their headset or some shit. The breakthrough I had was about, although I didn't realize I had a plan B, I had a plan B. Like, I didn't realize that I did. I didn't think that I did. But Amy, you know this as well. When I came back over here in December, I'm involved in multiple income streams, and I'm not going to turn them off. Like, I'm not going to shut them down if they're still making. I'm still hearing a stupid wicked
Does someone
echo.
have their video running in the of the actual Hangout?
Or does someone not have a headset on? If you could just hit the mute button if you don't have a headset on up there, that'd be awesome. Cool. So I'm still hearing, yeah. If you guys aren't wearing a headset, hit the mute button, wherever that is up there, the microphone up top. So the thing was, when I came back over here, I have other income streams that I built up for years, and one of my intentions was to come over here, build my income stream over here, figure out how to build it the Empower Network way, because this is how I like building business. This is how I've always liked building business. I just never knew that it was possible because we didn't have Empower Network. It was never possible to build a business, for me anyway, and more or less, more importantly, actually have team duplication and people actually stick around without getting on the phone with people all the time, without giving one-on-one coaching to people all the time, without doing three-way calls, without doing the stupid shit that I hated doing. And so one of my intentions was to learn how to build the business over here the way that I wanted to build it, because this is how Empower Network builds, the way that I actually want to build, and then taking what I know and going and building other multiple income streams based around that. So although I was focused over here physically, saying I'm actually haven't physically promoted another thing since I came back over here in the beginning of December. I literally have not promoted another single thing. Now there's still money coming in from different things that have energy flowing towards them that I built up over the years, which is cool. But in my mind, even though I wasn't focused on it physically building, in my mind, I was always saying, I'm doing this and I'm going to go build these other things. Well, this weekend I instantly realized, I said, I'm done. I don't even need anything else. What I have here, what we have here, is so special that not only for me, but for the team members. And that's kind of what I realized. My team members are succeeding over here. Our team members are succeeding over here. People are having success like I've never seen before. But more important than just the success money-wise, people are having massive breakthroughs. That breakout room that we had this weekend, the stuff that I heard people talk about, the money is going to be a byproduct of what happened in their lives this weekend, of the breakthroughs, that the shifts that they had, and what they realized about themselves, how powerful they are, and how much they deserve to live an amazing life and just be happy. So it's so amazing to watch it. And the amazing thing is today, Chris, I talked to you, and I wasn't even thinking about the money or what have you, and all of a sudden today I had a $2,600 day, literally without doing anything, and I haven't sent out an email to my list other than today in the past week. Like, I haven't done anything remotely close to work except on my mindset and on my heart in the past 7 days. And isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing how when we focus on what we are taught doesn't matter, or what we believe doesn't matter a long time ago, that the shifts actually happen, that energy starts flowing, and people just start upgrading because they want to be a part of what you have, and they too want to help other people. And so my mind shifted, and now that I realize it's about helping people versus just making the money, it's just amazing. So that's some of the shifts I had this weekend, and I'm already noticing it. I'm already noticing it financially, aside from the feeling inside of me. So it's just amazing.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, thank you. And I'm just going to say this. I say this to Jordan a lot, but I'm just going to say it publicly. Thank you, Jordan, because you've completely changed my life, and including financially. My life is completely different than it was. a year ago, and just like Marianne said, it's because it wasn't Marianne. Somebody said that Krista said she was on my list for over a year, and I was the same with Jordan. I was just reading his emails and decided to get in, and now my life is completely different, and I feel forever indebted to you, Jordan, for everything, just for showing up in my inbox, and then just everything else. And I'm glad you're back, and I'm psyched. I'm so psyched to be able to work with you, and so I'm saying this because I just want everybody to understand what's possible. Like I have daily gratitude for my Empower Network sponsor, because this place has completely changed my life, and we all have the ability to make that kind of an impact on the people that we sponsor here. Nothing has ever changed my life as dramatically as this has, and it's because Jordan put it in front of me that I'm here. So just know that every single one of us has the opportunity to do that for thousands and thousands of people, and this is living proof right here. So thank you, Jordan. Can't hear you.
Awesome.
Said you are so welcome, and you can be indebted to me forever, Amy. I love it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, good. All right. Well, with that, we're gonna wrap it up. It's probably one of the longest hangouts we've did. It's 12:12 right now. What's showing up for me, and I can't stay awake any longer. And so it's time to go.
Oh, hey, I've got one last thing to say.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Well, this is very, very important shit we're talking here, man.
Okay.
And that's only slightly sarcasm, and I like to laugh at myself a lot. But the thing is that tomorrow on Wednesday we do an all-in call. We do it every week at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And for those of you that decided to go all in this weekend, if you haven't been upgraded to that in the back office of the team site, there is a support tab there. You can email, let me know, and we'll check and let me know who your sponsor is. We'll check with your sponsor to make sure you went all in. Want to get you plugged into that. For those of you that aren't all in, for you that go all in right now, for you that log in and upgrade right now and get all the products, you get access to that top level training call that we do there each and every week. That we do just for all-in people, and the reason it's only for all-in people is because we teach stuff that only all-in people need to know, and so it's just an absolutely amazing shift that we have every week. Some really cool marketing training, mindset training, whatever. But it is private, and when you are all in, you get access to that. So that is tomorrow night.
Got it.
Yeah, Jordan won't be too drunk to get on this time.
Well.
Or will.
Don't give him a challenge, please.
Yeah, don't challenge. I might not even be there, Amy, actually, because I'm going out with my family for my birthday and what have you. But I know you and Chris, or you or Chris, or one of you, will hopefully be able to be there, since I just announced it like crazy. I may be able to be there.
He's going to be drunk. He's not going to be there.
Yeah.
We're going to need to call security.
It's all right, I got it.
Oh, yeah, we didn't tell that story.
Well, do you guys want to hear something funny? Security had to escort my brother up to the room on the last night because he didn't know what room number. He forgot what room number I stayed in when he got back there. I left to come home early, and so they were like, that was like their third time up to my room to like. So they brought him up. They brought him up there, and I was sleeping. And our buddy Davey that we were with, like, he came and answered the door, and they're like, "Do you know this guy?" They're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, he's in here. Let him in."
Oh my.
Well, I mean.
Well, like I said, I see the resemblance.
Is it the beard? It's the beard.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right. I'm done talking.
All right.
And so am I.
And so am I.
We're gonna let it go with this. We love you all. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see those of you that are all in tomorrow on the all in call. And if not, then we'll see you on the next hangout next Tuesday. Same bat time, same bat channel, and we'll also see you at the next event. Good night.
Love you guys.
Bye.
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 You guys.